Good evening, everybody. Man, that was some rocking music, and we got to ask Shane. This is how we start the show. After 132 shows, well, there's a 0.5 in there because of Molson. But
0.25.
Yeah, exactly.
Shane, what chose you, or what motivated you to choose that music tonight?
I was last minute, and it's something we had played like 6 months ago. So I was like, "Oh, that'll work."
Okay.
And it's something I didn't have to edit. I just threw it in there.
Oh, all right. I didn't know if you were going to give us some sophisticated answer. That,
no.
That you were flying over the plains of Texas in the balloon, and it gave you some inspiration. So
I wish
he was slacking and didn't put the stuff up to the last minute.
Slacking. All right, Steve. I think Steve has nominated himself to be the thumbnail poster.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Intro coordinator for the next 6 months. So
not gonna happen.
I'll send you all the links, buddy.
All good. It'll never happen.
Those titles will not fit on the business card on a LinkedIn. Am I saying that right? LinkedIn, LinkedIn profile, and your resume, because you ain't going nowhere. You're staying here.
I'll get fired the first night.
Right.
Guys,
have some banjo music in there.
It's Tuesday. This is the first Tuesday of the month of October.
God, it's October already?
Man, fall foliage is starting. The pumpkins are coming. The mums are all. I'm not sure what it is in the various parts of around the United States.
Pumpkin spice.
Up in Canada.
Pumpkin spice pub. Pumpkin spice clubhouse.
You got mums up there? Molson, you got mums up there?
You mean mothers?
No, mums, plants, flowers.
Like the big shit that girls wear in football games.
Listen, I got to look this up.
That's a muff. That's a
mum.
That's a muff. Oh, wait a minute.
Mom flowers? I never heard of that.
No, you never heard it? No, seriously. Here in lower central northeast, the mums sales go crazy along with the pumpkins and the little gourds and all the Walmart's got Halloween candy over here, and they've already started putting out the Christmas stuff. And I saw all I can't say the old ladies anymore because I'm getting up there. But the women who are veterans in life are already shopping the Christmas stuff at Walmart already. It is amazing.
Well played, well played.
Yeah, but you know what? For those of us who procrastinate, you might make fun of that, but I'm like, man, I should start early. Because it's brutal at the end when you get there and you're like, what am I going to get? You know?
Everything's sold out.
I'm going to share something.
You know what gets me too? You want that, you see that nice ornament or something, and you don't buy it, and you say, it's way too early. And then when you go back when you really want it, and it's gone. So guess what? Buy it. Keep the economy moving.
Sure.
What do you got, Shane? What do you got for us, Shane?
Oh, never mind. I screwed something up.
Okay.
Typical.
Hey, $25 from Evan. Hey, Molson, how do you say his last name?
Barchek, and he's from Texas.
Thanks for super chat, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. We
always I love how he did that in orange.
Listen.
Oh yeah, pumpkin.
You know, Evan, I love you, man, but let's bring back up his name. Listen, I don't know who in your family decided that they were gonna write Barchek, Barcak, but I hope somewhere along the line some grammar lessons came along. Come on, how do the reason why I know his name so well, Evan Barchek, because he used to correct me all the time, right?
Correct. Remember, that's how it started. That's how it started.
That's why, for those who don't know, when he's like, how do you say his name? I'm like, it's Evan Barchek, and he's from Texas. And when he corrected me on how to say his name, he made sure that I knew he was from Texas.
He did. He did make sure. Oh, yes, he did.
But in all honesty here, Evan, I don't blame anybody for not pronouncing that Barchek. It's I'm just saying, I love you, man, but that's not Barchek. That's not how you spell it. How would you pronounce it?
Brother, you need to come down south and see some of the names that we get passed around.
Well, Molson, how would you spell it if he was Canadian? How would you spell it if he was Canadian? Would you go B-A-R?
Listen. Listen. I say that, but I'm not great at grammar either. But I would assume I would assume it's some variation of Czech, Check. So Barcheck would be Barcheck to me, something like
Don't
that.
don't throw rocks in the glass house.
Listen, we're live streaming. We're not face to face. I can say anything, right?
Don't throw rocks in the Canadian Rockies right now, guys.
So let's clear these out right quick. So Arthur,
please.
Arthur, for 10 months, thanks for 10 months of radio related content with a smiley face. Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank. Thanks so much for the Spooktober streams, $19.99 super chat, and Mike, $5 pumpkin spice super chats. I like that.
Mike.
So,
All right,
I found a good picture.
I'm gonna do
Look at
pumpkin
that.
spice
Look at
beer
that.
next week.
That's my bro.
Super
Evan.
chat.
See, he says I agree. See that? I love you, Evan.
So Daniel, this is what I was saying. This is mums in Texas. This is from southernliving.com. So these are homecoming mums.
What?
I want to say something here so bad, but it's too early. We're only 8 minutes in before I say something.
Yeah. Stay away from it. Stay away from it.
Yeah.
I know where you're going.
I can't help it, Steve.
Bring that back up for a minute.
All right. Hopefully my screen doesn't freak out when I share it this time.
Get it back up.
There we go.
There we go.
So this is a moderate size mum.
And big in
How do you
that.
spell it?
That's as big as I can do. I don't have it on a
Shift scroll
actually-
or
I'm
control.
Googling
There
this.
we go.
It's crazy.
There we go.
This people have businesses making these things.
Oh God, yes. They charge like $500 for those things.
Yeah.
It's
Remember what we
insane.
were talking about before? People are going to spend money, Molson.
We're gonna spend. We're gonna do Clubhouse mums.
But I was just going to say, listen,
Please, no.
guys. Next week in all on the party stores, Walmart, it got a little delayed. I apologize. You're going to have Clubhouse Halloween costumes coming out with,
Oh, God.
with a cardboard cutout of all your favorite Clubhouse members. And I have ones coming out for Coffee and Ham Radio. There's going to be a Frank the Tank one. Yes, you're going to be able to get your Halloween costume.
Listen, guys, I'm in shock right now. Listen, Misha, John, Jody, my Canadian brothers, do we have this in Canada? These mums? This is crazy.
Yeah. Misha said she did.
Do you celebrate Halloween? Serious question. Do you celebrate any form of Halloween?
No.
You know, raise the dead. Here's some candy. Here's a Reese's Pieces. You know, Kit Kat.
I'm trying to find another good sample of them.
I was looking for Misha's comment because I shared it a minute ago. I'll find it.
Where's James from Quirky QRP? He's going to have to do another brochure. Bro, you don't have mums in Canada?
He's in here.
Where does Misha? Misha says yummy mums. I saw that one. Not that kind of mum. Where is it?
Ken wants to know if you go to the garden store. His whole backyard's the garden store. Most has a farm. And Jody, I cannot see that. I cannot pronounce that CHR word. I'm looking at it, and I can't pronounce it because I will butcher that.
They get bigger.
Oh my goodness, those are like. Why don't they just make a custom dress?
I know, right?
You know, is that supposed to be R2? Is that supposed to be R2D2?
That looks like it.
You know, when I was a kid in the 70s, we were so poor. You know what we would do? We would scrounge for cardboard, bottle caps, buttons, anything that my mom and other people would have these boxes that they would use for Christmas with lace and ribbons. That's how we made. One time I used a garbage can for part of. I had to steal the lid of the I had to wash it out, of course. But you know, we were enjoyed it. No wait, in what do you call that word? We used our brains to make our Halloween costume. We didn't go be buying this stuff. There was no money. There's no money. We were all poor, and we got tons of candy.
And your fingers were burnt from all the hot glue.
Yes,
to put all that stuff together.
Yes, and we would have to strip out the pillowcase. There was no such thing as getting a plastic pumpkin to go walk around and look all cute. No,
So,
you pull the pillowcase
Shane,
off.
you're the smart one here. What is that word?
Say that word.
Which one?
Say the word that I can't say.
Chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one. See, you're the smart one.
Okay, well, what is a? I'm sorry. What is a mum? Because I'm looking at the mumqueen.com or whatever.
Somebody go to the Google. Someone go get him.
What's it? What's his purpose? What does it do?
Be careful how you type it. It looks seriously. It's a beautiful flower. There's two types. There's mums, and then you got the hardy mums that will go down to like 32 degrees.
Okay,
I don't know what
this
that
one
is.
takes the cake, guys.
You're talking something different. These aren't flowers. These are like, you know what this is like? Some kid didn't win valedictorian or didn't win the prize, you know, the ribbon. And so the mom was like, you know what? I'm gonna make one for my kid better than that. And look at that. That looks like
Now that's great. I like that. Let me tell you, that's ingenious. Like that is good. That is awesome.
That's on a damn ladders, what that's on. How you gonna wear that? As a headdress?
What else do you Americans?
It would swallow her.
Right?
Congratulations to that congratulations to the high school. I think that is awesome. That brings camaraderie, pride to your,
by having the biggest damn mom out there.
Yes, it's all about the mom.
I never understood it. I never paid. Well, they weren't back in my days. They weren't near that big. They've just slowly progressed into this insane competition.
Yep.
I'm trying to find if there's a record holder for the largest mom.
Brett, what do you do down there in Mississippi? You do the same thing? You got mums?
No, I've never heard of that.
You're serious? You've never seen mums on people's porches? Or hanging from the porch?
Ribbons?
No, but mums, plants.
The plants, not the extra.
Yeah. See, y'all are like ping pong on the show, man.
I know. We're all hyped up here. It's only 13 minutes into the show, and
I was gonna say we got a few super chats to hit too.
Well, this is Texas. Here you go.
Yeah, Texas. A local woman builds a 78-foot mum. There you go.
You know it.
She's not gonna be outdone.
And next year, some guy's gonna do 82 feet. You know how it is,
right?
Hey, get Guinness Book of World Records on the line right now.
All right, so we are behind. We've got let's see, Ham World Online. Cheers, man! Thanks for the $9.99 super chat. N9 SAB, $5. Mums here, everywhere here. It's crazy. Let's see. All Things Radio says, what mic are you using and what cigar are you enjoying tonight?
The mic is not my favorite. It's a podcaster, Jovo, I think that's the only logo. And this is the Inch from JC Newman.
That's a good cigar. I actually bought one of those the other day. I sent a picture
of
it.
Love these.
I was like,
I love these cigars.
Look, I have another one. I just can't.
As well as a whole bunch of other cigars I love. You guys know me.
And Great Man Poda, thanks for the 1 month channel sub, man. Thank you guys. Okay.
Hey, a quick plug for Gray Man. If you guys are looking for another YouTube ham radio channel to watch, check out Gray Man Poda. Check out Tim. We got him coming up, I think in 2 weeks, maybe. We'll make the formal announcement, but he's going to be on the show and going to make him eat some barbecue potato chips or something. I don't know.
He probably likes them. He's not weird like you are.
He's not weird like me. I know. Yeah. Anyway.
So 45 Terry, thanks for the 10 months, buddy.
So let's go around the horn. Shane, you first. You've been doing some stuff. I saw.
Start.
All right, Joe Brett.
I don't mind. I was just.
You gotta be fast around here, man. You gotta be fast.
Right.
This is not your first show. Go ahead, Shane.
Ham Radio Crusader, thanks for the $10 super chat. Good to see y'all. Happy October, y'all. I like the double y'all in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for me, it's been a hell of a week as always. My job's a little more interesting than it used to be because we're in the middle of pilot contract negotiations, so that's always fun, which directly affects my job.
Is that sort of like the UA? Is that sort of like UAW as well as the writer strike and all this other?
Yeah, it's the we got another one in here. For his second time now as the Ham Radio Tube. $10. Thanks, Mike, for the 12 hams of Christmas. I'm sorry, Xmas. Appreciate that, buddy. And the unseasoned ham, $12 Canadian. Pad the 12-day fund. That's awesome. Man, y'all were champions. Y'all were champions last week. Over 200 and something bucks raised over that one stream towards the rest of the kitty that we've got for the 12 days of Christmas. We're going to make that happen. eventually.
Yeah, one way or another.
We'll announce it 13 days
might be
out.
It might be after Christmas, but who cares? It's still a gift.
Right.
It's still a gift.
All right. So other than that, I haven't had a chance to go play radio, but I did get to go fly. So I guess I can show some of that stuff. Let's see. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
NAYO, that's all it takes. You're absolutely right. That is a great
you.
innovator.
Okay.
I go on Facebook and just do the quick scroll. Mm-hmm. And the only posts that I stop for are your pictures of the balloons. Because they're great pictures. Yeah, no, it's...
Well, thank you.
But there's a video, too.
Listen, 99% of Facebook is crap, and then you have these nice pictures. It's not because it's amazing content. Don't take it as a compliment. I'm joking. No, but you have great pictures out there. It's fun to watch.
We did get to sneak in a morning flight, a rather breezy morning flight. Let's see. Izzo, you shared from the Google Drive. I'll just take a chance and scroll.
And you were a pilot, man. And you were a pilot too, right? You did some piloting.
So,
you almost took out.
So
a
this
fence,
is me in the white and purple. This is the guy that took off ahead of us. Grabbed some really cool pictures of me taking off behind him. This is on Sunday morning. As we were cruising along, gorgeous sunrise.
I love that picture.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. Other than it being breezy, it was a perfect morning. Let's see, full moon out.
One.
Nice.
Is Ape in the chat? You could just show Ape. See, this is why the world is not.
And this is me passing him because we caught a layer of wind that was a little bit faster than they were. So this is me screaming by. You can't hear it in the video, but I'm actually hooting and hollering, acting a fool. So I'm sure everyone below us at 6 o'clock in the morning was really appreciative of that.
Can you hear that on the ground? Serious question.
Oh, absolutely.
So
at
if you're up
3,000 feet, I could hear the dogs barking.
Get out of here!
Are
you serious?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna say, Shane, where'd you take off out of?
That was out of behind the Preston Trail Baptist Church.
Arlington or Fort Worth?
Frisco.
Well, damn! I better be careful what I'm doing in the woods for crying out loud. If you hear me making sounds.
So funny thing, I didn't realize that dove season had opened already.
Oh,
so
whoa! What season?
Dove season.
DOVE.
Yeah, like the birds.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and the bees.
Yeah.
Okay.
So dove season opened, and as we're cruising along, I kept hearing this pop, 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 and I was like, "Man, the roofers are out on a Sunday," because it sounded like an air nail gun, like someone was putting up decking. And then we kept looking. I was like, "There's no housing developments around here," and I was like, "Oh crap, dove season open." So hopefully they were shooting at birds and not me. This video that I'm about to show you, right up here in the corner of this field, was a pickup truck. And they were hunting this field, and as soon as we touched down and the balloon laid down after we because I'll show you the landing. The landing was interesting to say the least, but after we got laid down, they started shooting again. So we were sitting there, and I was like, "That's awful close, Mike." And he goes, "Yeah, we flew right over the top of them." I was like, "Well, shit. Hopefully, it didn't scare the birds away." But yeah,
hopefully they weren't taking shots at you.
Me too. But yeah, so this is, I don't know how well you can see that. We are actually booking it across the ground.
For a balloon.
For a balloon, yeah. That's a little less than desirable going that fast.
How many knots is that?
That was 22 miles an hour.
And what do you want to be? Wow. What do you like? What do you like to be?
I like less than 5 when I get ready to touch down. When we actually landed, I touched down at 10, I think. And you'll see I skipped across the ground a little bit.
Well, see, that's what I like. I like being lower to the ground. If you're going to get me in that basket, I got to be low to the ground. Especially if somebody's shooting at me.
Right. Here's my landing. So you can see me touch down, and then I just kind of skip across the field.
Mm-hmm. That makes much more sense now. I didn't realize that was you. I thought you were doing the recording.
No, that's like me.
That's like driver's ed. Driver's ed or bumper cars right there. That's how I look at that.
So Shane, I remember
as long as you didn't turn the basket over.
Do what?
So as long as you didn't turn the basket over, you
So I mean, it was still standing up whenever I was done. So we used the ground to slow us down.
So Shane, I was watching the video and on Facebook this video, and when you're landing, I hear you. I don't know if it's you or the other guy, but are you?
No, that's the other guy. Once we come to a stop, I do have to put some air into it to kind of get it stiff again.
Because I did see, I was looking, and I was like, okay, I see a flame, like really. So you land and you follow the balloon, you kind of see what it's doing, and you try to get it to come back straight so that you can control its descent and you're not flipping the basket over.
So you keep a load on it so that when you come down, you use that to kind of control how hard you touch.
Okay.
And so I don't want to drag, like I don't want to tip the basket over and drag because that would be a little uncomfortable. So we just skip along the ground. And once you get to a certain point, you want to pull and vent as much as you can because you want to remove all the heat that's in the balloon so that you stop skipping.
Okay.
But you don't want to put too much out where the balloon lays over. You want to keep the balloon standing straight up because when the crew gets there, I don't want to have them drive all the way out into this guy's field. I want to be as close to the road as I can. So I'll put heat back into the balloon and get it stiff again. And then when the crew gets there, someone will grab the handles on the basket and will carry me back over to the road, and then I'll lay the balloon down so that we can pack it up.
Okay.
But the idea is to
It's
do
always
a
good
stand-up
when
landing.
things get stiff. Somebody's there to grab the handles.
You know, Joe Brett. You know, Joe Brett. You took the thought out of my head and you said it
Leave
so
it the quiet one.
eloquently.
Jeez.
Joe Brett.
But that's the extent of mine. It was a lot of fun. Next week I'm going to Albuquerque for the balloon fiesta.
Wow.
And I think there's over 600 balloons that are going to be there.
And you're going to POTA while you're there.
I am not going to POTA when I'm there because I'm not going to have a radio with me.
No such thing.
I need a 705 that I could throw in a backpack, but I don't have one. So, Great Man POTA, yes, it does. So I have a fixed wing pilot license, and I'm just adding the lighter than air category to that. But you can get a private or commercial lighter than air rating also, or certificate.
Excellent.
But yes, you do have to go. I have to do 35 hours total in the balloon, 10 hours with an instructor. The rest of that solo time. Then I have to take a check ride with an FAA examiner. And then I'm going for my commercial. That way I can give rides and charge and do all
just a
that
quick
fun
comment.
stuff.
Quick comment to Ed in the chat. Ed, take that to the dumpster fire, my friend, and save it, save it, and we'll be all in there in about an hour and 35 minutes. Save that for the dumpster fire.
So find the picture. Go ahead.
I would assume by now you've done all your flying with somebody supervising you, right? Like you've been pretty active.
I haven't been signed off to solo yet because
you haven't. I thought you. Okay.
No, all of our flights have been in slow wind, and he wants to make sure that I can handle higher wind landings, which is why we went out and flew that day. It was an enjoyable flight while we were up. The takeoff was tricky and the landing was tricky, and that was the purpose of the lesson, was to get into those edge of the envelope of when what the balloon is certificated to fly at.
What notch speed do they want to push? So what to the limits? Give us some numbers.
So for takeoff, you want less than 10 knots usually. You can take off in more than that, but the manufacturer doesn't recommend it. And inflating the balloon in that kind of wind can be a bit tricky because before the balloon's totally inflated, it's going to be moving around in the air, and you run a high risk of burning it whenever you try to put hot air into it. Landing, that one is kind of up to you. You 15 would probably be pushing it for me. My instructor got caught in a 26 mile per hour wind. Mm-hmm. And so he said he will never do that again, but it was completely by accident. It wasn't forecasted for that wind to kick up like that, but
was that a gust?
He had to get it on the rim. No, it was sustained.
Sustained? Wow. Okay.
Yep. Trying to find a picture of Fiesta for those that are not familiar with what Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque looks like. Oh, here's a good one. Let's see, it's open.
So while you're looking, I don't know if we said this, but Grayman Pote is asking, can I add a lighter than air certificate to a Part 107?
You cannot, because the 107 is for unmanned, so you would have to go through the regular certification under Part 61.
But do you have
But you're halfway there with the 107.
You are absolutely.
I was just going to say, with
You
all that
could
knowledge,
almost pass
that's
your
yes.
private written test with 107 knowledge. So that's what Fiesta looks like. All these balloons in the air. It's crazy. I can't wait.
Shane, do you wear like a football helmet, hockey helmet?
No.
Yeah, what
motorcycle
happens when the
helmet?
balloons
I
touch?
do care. I do have
What,
a couple
Molson? Molson, that's a valid question.
we have some safety gear in there.
When you're falling from 2,000 feet, I don't think a helmet's going to help you, okay? So
Well, when
we
you
don't
see the
fly
guy
that
climb,
high.
when you see the tower, listen. When I was climbing
Frank,
towers
thanks
at
for the
100 feet,
$4.99.
they used to make us wear some type of hard hat.
yeah, when you're climbing, because you're the steel structure that you're climbing in.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you don't hit your head on the structure.
Okay, so
The question
don't wear
would
a
be,
crash
do you
helmet
have to wear
normally,
a
no.
parachute when you're in
We
a
don't go that high. The most of the time we fly about 1,000 feet.
How about those glider suits?
I'm not.
do you
no.
wear a cup? Do you wear a cup?
What?
Well,
What are we-
someone in the
what are we
chat.
playing,
Someone in the
baseball?
chat. Well, listen. If you come into a hard, serious. Come on, we're all men here. This is the men's channel right now. You
Right.
go into a hard landing, and those boys get rocked. You need to protect them. Think about it.
It's not as violent as you. I mean, you have full control. You can like hold on to stuff where you're not flopping around in the basket. So Ed says, I'm curious how a wire antenna would work hanging off of a hot air balloon. Well, if you go to this side of the radio, Ham Radio Dude and I did that from a hot air balloon, and we made contacts to Canada, Florida, up on the East Coast. And we had a 705 with a not a KM, it's Adams K6ARK in-fed halfway that was plugged into the back of the radio, and the antenna was just tossed over the side. And it works good.
Ham till it hurts. You owe us a super chat for that one.
I'm missing the chat because I'm watching all these super chats.
And
But anyway,
I forgot who gave us the Ron White quote in there. I think it was Crusader, but that was awesome. That was awesome. There it is. How far do you think we go without the hot air? All the way to the scene of the crash.
That's right. That's right.
I love Ron White. He's great.
I was going to say every landing is just a controlled crash.
Exactly.
All right, Molson. Before we get to you, I got to give you some quick rapid fire questions. Molson doesn't know about this, everybody. This is live on the spot.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This is what makes our and you're not going to leave. You don't hit that out button. Don't go say, I got to go upstairs and get my Dairy Queen or check on the internet. You ready, Molson?
I reserve the right to not answer. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
You have to. No, I don't want you can't plead the fifth on this one. All right.
Oh,
All right. How many times have you watched a new truck, a new SUV since you got it?
2 times, 3 times.
That's it. Okay. Have
In a
you
week.
smoked
Actually,
inside?
listen. No. I'm pretty like my brother-in-law is like a auto detailing fanatic. That's not what he does for work, but the guy's got like it's impeccable. He can make a 20-year-old car look brand new. So he's like, bring your car to me on Saturdays and I'll wash your car. And so okay, that's fine. So
Does he like vacuum it out too?
yeah, he does. You should see what he does on cars just for fun. But I think I washed it like 2.
Does he come to
3
Texas?
times.
I got 2.
I was going to say, I need to bring him down here.
Okay. All right. What do you have in the way back? Do you got tools put in there yet? Any emergency flares? An extra arming cow?
A ham radio?
Gloves? Yeah. Is there a radio installed in there yet?
I have a pair of work boots, a hard hat, and measuring tape. That's what I have back there.
Your hard hat. You got any stickers on there?
No.
When you wear your hard hat, do you wear it with the like this way, or do you wear it backwards?
I wear it the right way with the beak in the front.
So that it doesn't look like a tool.
Yeah,
on the mirror, is there anything dangling from the mirror, like a rosary bleeds, a fuzzy dice, kids' shoes, anything?
Let's skip right over that one.
In
a mom.
My other car, in my other car, I had a sweetgrass reed there, but I can't. It blocks too much view in this car.
All right,
Frank, I'm glad you caught that.
And last question, and then you'll have it. The back window. Do you have anything that says like "Kiss me, I'm Canadian," or do you have like a maple leaf flag or something somewhere?
No.
Or
no, that's an American thing. I'm sure they don't have
stick figure kids.
I just gonna say you got all the stick figure, but and like maple leafs going down the line.
No,
the T-Rex eating the stick figure kids.
There's people who have all kinds of. It's not just an American thing, but people do it here too. They have like all kinds of stuff, but no, I don't have any.
So. All right, Molson, take it away. Molson, thank you for being a good guy. Molson, thank you for being a good guy as always. What do you got going on, brother?
Not much. Super busy. I got a bunch of stuff in the works, and it's just keeping me pretty preoccupied. So, there's not much to add. I live a boring life, man. Work day to work day. What's that?
Ron says, wait a minute. The chat's going crazy. I love our chat. Very good, Ron.
What are they saying? Truck
stick figure cows and
hockey sticks and a whole bunch of stuff got caught in there.
Ham Radio 2 said he had a rosary once and it caught on fire. That sounds
that explains a lot.
Knowing him, that makes a lot of sense.
It's because he was driving so fast.
All right. Going around the horn, Steve. Or I'm sorry, Molson, you got more, please.
35 minutes and we're just now getting to Steve? I guess my part took too long.
I was going to say, Shane.
You had a whole show and tell there. But we enjoyed it,
asked
Shane.
for
Thank
it.
you.
All about the mums.
Content.
See? All about the mums.
Yeah.
Molson, anything else?
Steve?
Well,
no, just sorry that I don't have much of a life these days, guys. So nothing to add.
Yeah.
A busy man.
So not a whole lot going on with me right now. I lost a club member this weekend. Passed away from cancer.
Sorry,
so I went silent key. I just found out today, and kind of looks bad as the president that I didn't know ahead of time. But
not necessarily. Don't beat yourself up.
No, man. If this is the first time you finding out about it, that's how it is, and then you handle it appropriately based upon.
Oh yeah. Already sent the info out, and one of the other guys made an announcement on tonight's net that I don't get on because I'm on here. So
look at you.
They need to move the net.
Prioritize something.
No, they need to move the net to Wednesdays. or actually Thursdays.
It's been at the same day and frequency for 35 years.
We already have a Thursday night as well. So.
Well, then there you go, man.
Yeah. But but he's better off, just hopefully his wife doesn't need anything, but she has my number in case she does. So
very good.
Hopefully I'll get some videos done. I've got the truck torn apart right now, installing the 857 in that, and a couple of new parts, antenna mounts and stuff. So videos coming on that.
Will we see that video this year?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if that
was 30 minutes in. I can
premiering at 2025.
Coming soon to a YouTube channel near you.
This weekend, the club will be out as Whiskey for David. It's the Little David submarine event. So we've got, I believe it's a Confederate submarine that we do the commemoration of every October. So I'll have the trailer out this weekend. We'll be operating 10 o'clock till about 3 o'clock Eastern time.
What bands are you guys forecasting to use?
Probably 20 and 40.
Sideband, CW, FT8?
Mostly sideband.
Excellent. So look for them, guys. Look for them
Bob,
on the
thanks
airwaves.
for the 10 months, by the way. 10 months as a cigar lounge member.
Thank you, Bob.
Wow.
Thank you.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Joe Brett.
Thank you. Finally. And
you could have gone first. You could have gone first. All you had
didn't call me first.
Dude.
You're net control.
You decided to go the other direction.
So I just noticed chat's talking about 15 meters and 10 meters being open on FT8 and stuff. That ain't the only band open. How about that?
11 meters.
You recognize that?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
So I'm going to leave that playing while I point out.
Did he just say he had his meat in the breeze?
Knees in the breeze.
Standing by. I got a bone to pick with, we're calling a meeting actually right now, a quarrel with the club members here. Since I was ridiculed so bad last week, making my comment about, not being a part of any club, I want to call the attention to this comment in the Monday Night Ham Nugget show. If you can't read this, it's from Smoke Signals RF. It says, "This show and many others is why I enjoy them. My club doesn't know how to have this kind of fun and learning. Very sad."
I was very sincere when I was as you know, I was being very sincere last night when I posted that. I was having fun with the boys as well as everybody in the chat.
But I have to ridicule you because you said club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about us.
Right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have been more specific then of who I should be. You're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. I should have been more specific.
So we'll call it even. My slate's clean. Your slate's clean. That Helm Till It Hurts pointed that out in the chat last night. So I can't get this 11 meter cut off. Hang on. I have to cut the radio off. Jesus Christ. My ears are.
You know what? I like this motion. Oh, hold on. That's not the one. Hold on. All in favor of Izzo eating barbecue chips again? I say aye.
I don't have any. There are none in the house. There are none in the house. Why is everybody making fun of my enunciation of the word?
You said Pacific, like the ocean, not that's specific.
I can't say. Listen, when I got my braces, true story, and I'll go back to our Discord days, but I'll keep it clean. When I got my braces, I was bucktooth. I mean,
Sorry, that is not a laughing matter.
And I was a stutterer, a huge stutterer, where I couldn't even blow a ping pong. But one of the things when you go into stuttering a class or whatever to
therapy.
No, they have to do a quick analysis of you to see where you are.
Oh.
And they give you and back then
stutter.
Don't make. And there's still words today I can't say. There are certain words I still cannot say. That's okay. I'll tell you afterwards some of these words. Anyway, and they gave us this. So they dropped my chair down, and now you're equal to the table. And they put a ping pong ball, and they want you to see how you're breathing. And I couldn't even blow the ball across the table. So, and which specifies that you are a highly stuttering. And it took a lot of things for me to. Now you're going to say, "Oh my God, Izzo, you're a dispatcher and you do this and you're a ham radio operator."
Lots of therapy.
A whole lot of therapy. Let me tell you. No, actually, I found my own ways. I found my own ways to kind of stop grabbing onto a battery, positive, negative, just to get the jolt out. No. I'm only kidding. Don't do that, guys. I'm only kidding. But there are ways of not stuttering.
How did this go from Joe Brett saying howdy to the Don Izzo stuttering school?
I just want. All I'm doing is imagining Izzo at the 911 call center, and somebody's like, and Izzo's like, "Where are you?" They're like, "I'm on Atlantic Boulevard. I need you to be more Pacific, please."
I get pointed out every time at work. It is not stick. I swear to you, it's not stick. It's one of many words that I have a hard time enunciating.
Yep.
It's how it comes off my tongue through the what do you call this down here? The larynx and the
gizzard.
The gizzard. That's probably the easiest way. And just how it comes out. It's just Jody.
Back to you, Joe Brett.
I don't know. I made a video. I'm gonna make.
You've done
more.
a couple videos.
Yeah. Jody.
Oh man! Look, and disclaimer: we love all people with speech impediments.
Yes,
you make the world more entertaining, and I too confess that I am one.
Are you really?
I am.
Oh my God! After all these years, we didn't know this.
When I worked night shift, I used to stop by the ER and see the ER docs and stuff, and they'd always have the medical books on the counter, and I'd go through trying to say some of those medical words, and it was just, I could have got paid for that comedy, But, and then when I'm in the house, I'm always trying to say something, and the wife's like, she's correcting me all the time. I'm like, just let me say it. You know what I'm saying. Just quit. Spaghetti's one of them, I can say it okay, but spelling it is SPAGAETTIE with hyphens in between it.
We just call it macaroni. We just call it macaroni. You open up the pantry and you just point to the box. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, mine's a natural Mississippi impediment there.
Mike says you have a speech impediment because you live in Mississippi.
All right, I'm gonna let you all in. This it's funny, but it's not funny kind of a thing. When you get to the deli counter, when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, and my mother used to buy this certain delicatessen meat, and I have to, all the time. I have to slow myself down, which is what I'm doing right now, in order for me to say this word without butchering it. And it's called bologna. But if I get to the deli counter, I will and they'll look at you and they don't want to laugh at you, but sometimes they will. One guy one time almost cut his finger because he wasn't paying attention, and I must have just caught him like that.
You're a hazard.
And there was some blood, and I don't know if it was a fingernail. I don't know if it was olive from the olive loaf. I don't know, but something flew out of that blade. But that was his fault. That was his fault for laughing at me. But I have to.
He wasn't laughing at you. He was laughing with you.
Oh yeah, sure he was.
Yeah. Joe, can we share that outtake from your video?
Oh, absolutely, sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully this might make an echo, but while I have a short segue. So if this echoes, which it probably will when I share my screen, I'll be quiet. So.
Of course, to Amazon, where you can look at purchasing shit. Of course, to Amazon, where you can look at purchasing shit.
What in the hell happened? It looked like something reached up and bit you.
It scared me a little bit.
A little?
I swear, if my heart stops and wherever we go, if that has to be the last thing I hear.
What was that?
Yeah, but you can see Joe's eyes flash before his life because there's a moment where his eyes open. He does a little body shake and then shit. And it was in that moment where his eyes went body shake. He's like, he sees everything from when he was a child to now.
And what's bad is that moment right there has happened more than once out here. And I'd never get used to it. So
what is it?
The backstory to that, I've been sitting out here for like 3 or 4 hours trying to put together this video and this damn speaker, and which is a great speaker if you're watching it. I enjoy it. Thank you, BenQ. But I'm really concentrated. It's quiet in here. I done cut the AC off so I don't get that rattle in the background. I'm trying. And I've got my log 40M. Oh yeah, my logger open, and I've got alerts for like Helm Alert, but I've got it set up in my log. One of the voices or alerts that you can set is that woohoo. And well, I never have my loudspeakers on. It's a surround sound system at that. I never use that because I'm always using my headphones. But for some reason, I decided to listen to some music the other day, and I left them on. So I'm sitting here trying to wrap up this video. Of course, I'm telling you can find the links in the description. And KM9G gets spotted on the DX cluster doing FT8, and my computer screams it at me. Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, that's great. Anytime I need to pick me up now, I just go back and push play on that little snippet there. I laugh my ass off.
Guys, we're going to start selling sound bites from the Clubhouse
for your ringtones.
Right. It'll be me mispronouncing the words that you guys say I'm mispronouncing, but I'll swear I'm not. And that's when now we have a Joe Brett. We'll have each one of us, the 6 of us, will create certain sound bites that you can create to email notifications, text notifications. When your phone rings, you can address, you can attach that to when certain people call you.
When you get a text message, it's going to go, shit.
You could do it at 6:59 Central Time on Tuesday nights when Clubhouse is about to start, and you just happen to forget.
Yeah. It's funny. Anyone who's ever made a YouTube video has outtakes, and on a few videos I'll put the outtakes at the end, or I'll do a double. I'll put an extra intro to it, but it never fails because I'll try to record an intro to a video, and you get almost done with it, and you'll mispronounce the brand or model of the radio, and you're like, damn it. You got to do it all over again.
Do you guys remember back in the day when we all had those answering machines at the house?
Oh,
and it started off with a cassette tape, and then they went to the internal, whatever
digital.
Was, hard drive, whatever, digital. But regardless, you'd think what you want to say, and then you start messing it up, or the phone would ring, somebody would walk in on you. And those outtakes to me were the best. They were the best. I remember certain people in my neighborhood where, especially 1 or 2 ladies who, these were church-going women, but the things that would come out of their mouth out of frustration.
And they didn't realize that went out on the message because they didn't record over.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else going on, Joe Brett?
No.
I hear Joe Brett in the background.
He's watching a video of himself.
Are you watching your own video?
Oh my God!
Now, damn it, let me explain.
Very good, Molson. Very good, Molson.
I am looking through my bloopers folder, trying to find the video where I, was soldering and I smelled chicken. That one you probably would have. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know when you find that.
Yeah, it's not in that folder. So.
I wish I would have kept some of my bloopers.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I just get rid of them.
Oh, believe me, I had a ton. I should have kept them all.
I can
deleted.
only imagine.
And see, I just got through telling you my loudspeakers wasn't on no more, but obviously they are because you was hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Well, let me tell you about how much rain came down in Connecticut last week.
Oh, now we're on to 80 meters. You're talking about the weather. While you're talking about the weather, I'm going to refill my whiskey.
All right, you go refill.
Because we're at almost the hour mark.
For everybody who survived in the Northeast, you guys are warriors as well as other parts of the country. When you start getting 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches of rain, we saw what happened in New York City in the many boroughs over there. But we've had a lot of rain, and we're sick of it. We're on day 3 of sunshine. I even wore a pair of shorts yesterday and today. Tomorrow will be another pair of shorts. I know what's going to happen because first off, I started pulling out all my winter stuff, and now we're getting warm weather. But that's okay. I'll be the guy to jinx it, and I don't care because and everything. But was supposed to play radio today, but Uber Dad had to go do some things. I think tomorrow the game plan tomorrow is when I get out of work is to hit Apota Park. Either one up by the 911 center or one close to the house. Or I haven't decided which one I'm going to do, but I'm going to get on the air. I just hope the propagation gods are going to be working with me. Don't give me no G1 or M1 and But we'd love just to play POTA for maybe 90 minutes or so, and just have some fun.
I would change you, but Steve's radio's gone.
No, it's up.
Oh, that was fast.
Well, the radio's up. The video output's screwed on it.
Nope. There you go. I have to take a
So, guys, I will tell you a couple things. If you're not watching various shows throughout the week, and maybe some of you are, because I see it's in the chat, it's always fun to see everybody in the chat. But I got to tell you something. Last night on Coffee and Ham Radios, and that's which prompted me to post what I did, which came from my heart. I really had fun. If you're not watching Nuggets, and Nuggets has evolved from just a TO and a guest to, the Coffee and Ham Radio group plus other people. There are some times when I don't know anything what the hell they're talking about. And I remember 45 Auto was talking about something on Sunday night regarding Jason's show when they were talking about Flex. Again, another great show that Jason does every other Sunday. It's way, way, way above my learning curve, but we're still having some great fun. Kyle's been putting out some great stuff. Grayman, I started following Grayman POTA a little bit. Mike N2MAK always got some stuff. Scout 75. Guys, there is so much ham radio content out there.
I can't keep up with it.
Yeah. It's but thank God for Team Replay, that famous phrase that was coined many, many years ago. But these guys are doing such a great job. Kyle, it's just funny watching Kyle stuff because he cannot pronounce the Indian words of Rhode Island, of Misquamicut Beach, as well as Port Jarvis in Pennsylvania. That's in Pennsylvania. But it's funny stuff. These guys are all sincere. It's all good radio stuff and everything. So good. Guys, just watch all their stuff. You will really, really enjoy it. But I do want to give a shout out to T.O. and Jim last night. I really enjoyed their show. So,
we have a new channel too. Ham Radio 2. Right? I think he's new. So we have a new one. Ham Radio 2. That's a new channel, I think.
Oh, Mike's, yeah. We've got was it mailbag? Mike's Mailbag Monday is always, you don't know what Mike's going to have. That's one of those things where literally the proverbial, did I say that word right? Or the mailbag opens up and you don't know what Mike's going to be talking about. I think he releases that on maybe Monday afternoons or something. That's another great.
Or Sunday night if you're.
I was gonna say if you're a Patreon, you get it early.
It's Sunday night Mailbag Monday.
Matter of fact, Mike KMRD, if you want to jump in on tonight's show and promote something or say something, do it.
Hopefully he's enjoying this cool weather that we finally got in Texas with some scotch or whiskey and a cigar on the patio.
On the porch playing FT8, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I don't have my ham alert on. Steve beat me to it.
I just want to give a shout out to Jesse. Jesse, thank you for it. He says, Molson looks like he's tired. Someone get him a blizzard. I took a picture of that and I texted to my wife. Is
that the secret code? Is that the secret code that says, honey, I love you, but please get me a blizzard?
Yeah. She's like, she texted me 2 minutes ago. She's like, is everything okay? You seem off. And I'm like, I told you guys I'm tired and I'm in a bad mood. And then it was the perfect timing. And I saw it. I took a picture. I sent it to her and I said, this guy knows me. And so thank you.
So how would you respond? Do you say I would be feeling better if I had a blizzard and just stop, and then that kind of prompts the next one? Well, I'll be happy to get you one if you like. Does it roll into those steps or does it just end right there?
What do you think?
It ends right there.
It ends right there. She's like, you want to go date it your damn self.
Ken asks, how far is DQ? It's about a 15-minute drive. And James got me. He understands. He goes, dang, I could go for a blizzard right now.
Do you guys have frozen custard up there?
Who? Maybe.
Frozen custard?
No.
You don't have like an Andes frozen custard or a Culver's?
No, that's regional. Yeah.
So
we have
a. Graham Poda. He says Molson wants the Tim Hortons Blizzard. They don't have a blizzard, but let me tell you something. The Tim Hortons just down the road from my office is closed for renovations right now. And in order to get Timmy's, I have to drive 15 minutes. It is brutal. You're talking about a guy who drinks 5-6 Tim Hortons coffees a day. Now
Oh,
going
crap.
down to,
You know, they do
down
make
to
coffee
1.
makers you can put at your
Well,
desk.
But since you bring up Tim Hortons, I got to ask, why am I getting Tim Horton commercials on my frickin' Amazon Prime now?
Because they're taking over the world. Canada just does that. We
In
secretly
South Carolina,
and quietly just creep in and dominate.
I mean, Buc-ee's is doing the same thing from the South, so I'm not complaining, but I need a frickin' Tim Hortons here.
See, I started.
Do you,
I
though?
started
I mean, you
something.
could find a
Look at
local
this.
place. It's not a chain.
This is true. I have a few of them.
Look at this. Four-wheeling redneck wants a Blizzard. Everybody wants a Blizzard.
Like I said, I got Bald Monkey Beanery right here around the corner.
Bald Monkey Beanery?
Yes.
All right.
Dude,
Okay.
It's a drive-through coffee
Oh,
place.
God.
Wait a minute. Wait.
So,
Say that name
listen.
again.
Bald Monkey Beanery.
Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because I almost started to stutter. I said, no, let me just stop.
Jeff and the Cal know what I'm talking about.
Who knows what that would turn into?
Stop while you're ahead, Izzo. Stop while
Mike,
you're
give
ahead.
me a thumbs up if you're ready. I'll hit the button.
So what I'll do is Mike is here. I'm going to take off for 2 seconds, try and convince my wife to go get Blizzard.
My wife.
I'll be
Tell
right
her.
back.
Tell her she looks great tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I will. Let's. You know what, guys? Root me on. Say a little prayer, and Mike, you saw. Yeah, exactly. And we'll see if the stars align and she wants to go get Blizzards. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Good luck.
Our
I
thoughts
will
and
take
prayers are
a,
with you, buddy.
I will take a strawberry banana blizzard.
Do they even have those?
Yeah. I mean, maybe not in Canada, but
Strawberries
everywhere
out of
else I've
season
had
this
blizzard.
time of year.
Yeah. Well, I'm
You
sure
get
they
that-
all
you
come
get that
from
fake
Mexico.
strawberry goo.
I had a cherry limeade slush from Sonic today.
Mm.
It was
I like their ocean waters.
delicious. I don't know what an ocean water is, but I like the ocean and I like water, so
It's coconut and it's got a whole bunch of stuff in there. It's actually really good.
Huh.
Because when I was a younger lad and was not legal to drink, we
Yeah.
would all go get the big ocean water drinks and drink about that much of them and pour the rest of them full of Malibu rum. So because it tasted just like the coconut.
because you needed it to be more sweet.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm fat. I blame it.
Yeah.
I blame it on the Malibu rum, not sitting
Yeah.
on my ass all the time.
Yeah, there you go. Has nothing to do with these beers or the pizzas.
That's
No.
why I drink whiskey, less calories.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's ice in it. Right?
What is
So-
that?
That
no
is the
calorie in
cinnamon
ice cream.
rolls from Bald Monkey Beanery.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Looks more like a croissant.
Oh,
Right?
dude, you gain 20 pounds looking at it.
So what do you do? I'm sure there's got to be some people who are going to use a fork and knife and you want to slap them. Do you just rip it open? Do you just tear it with your fingers and you just dive into it? Don't tell me you use a fork and knife and I will slap you into Friday. I will slap you into Friday.
You
if
only
use
eat
fork.
a cinnamon roll the way Izzo says to eat a cinnamon roll,
Yeah.
damn it.
Well,
cinnamon.
if I'm at work, yes, it's a fork and knife. You know, I
Fork
try to
and
be
knife?
I try to be somewhat civil.
Do you put the napkin over here too?
No, but
Wow.
you know, I can't
This
get
judgment
the
corner.
computers all
You put the-
sticky and gooey and
You get a cinnamon roll like that, you gotta dress up a little more.
Right?
You gotta get out the fine like I've
The
got
fine
really nice
linen?
steak knives in my cabinet. You know, you
I don't
bring
know,
those
that's
out
quick.
because you want a nice serrated edge so you don't smush it. You know, you want a nice good,
Oh
good
hell
cut
no!
there.
We're ripping that thing open. I'm like the iguana. I'm like the iguana who's eating that baby goat. I'm just chomping away, baby.
I
An
actually like
iguana
to,
that eats a goat?
Yes, go watch them on TikTok. You'll see that they're all over the place.
I like
Hey,
to
Satan.
I like to crush up barbecue chips and put them on my cinnamon rolls.
I'm out.
It's a little
I'm out.
crisp.
that's evil.
Adds a little
That's
texture.
That's why you're going to hell.
evil.
I'm not going to hell. Hell would have to exist.
There you go.
I'll tell you what
Mike,
I do. Do
you have a
any of you
little
guys?
chop in your audio, by the way. I don't know. It only happens every now and then, so don't fret. You're
is it
still
peaking or is it just cutting out?
sounds like it's peaking a little bit.
Okay. Let me turn this down a little bit.
There you go.
I got like tank excited there. So
there you go. Sounds good now.
Yes, we'll do all the tank radio stuff there. I was just recording a podcast for tanks. Tank does a podcast. He puts it out like on Thursday, one Thursday a month, I think. It's called the Texas Ham Boy. So we wanted to usually record a Monday. We recorded it today because he was busy yesterday. And I wanted to watch Scout 75's video during the premiere because he did a Pac-10 with the K&MRD mod. So I had it on, so he got the viewer, that stuff. But I'm on Team Replay. I got it queued up here on my other tab, so I'll be curious to see what he did. It looked like he did it a little bit different. I had it on muted when we were doing the podcast, but I'm curious to watch it because it's a little bit different than the way I did it. But
was it part of their Tuesday Night Ham Radio playlist? Because I know Scout and a few of the guys from over here in the K5YVY Discord, I know they put together a playlist on Tuesdays right before the Clubhouse. So
I did not know. I always know that Scout usually posts a video like right before this stream happens. To be fair, though, I was the first to comment in the Ham Radio Clubhouse here. So
yeah, seen that.
Congratulations.
I think it was.
You were actually first.
It said like 79 minutes until the show started. So, but this is my Friday usually, like because I work for myself, so I can kind of do whatever I want. So, like this is my Friday evening. I enjoy watching you guys. Have a couple libations. Usually, I'm sitting on the front porch smoking a cigar and playing F8 and watching you guys, but it's raining. It's actually pretty cold. It's 73.2 degrees right now. So,
wow,
we're sitting inside. So no cigar.
Hey, Mike, I'm playing
in Dallas.
Mike, I'm playing a little I Spy right now. Over your left shoulder. Is that a garbage can or a dummy load on the floor?
That's a garbage can.
Okay, I thought it was a dummy load. Okay.
And then that box over there is another garbage can. And then that box over there is another garbage can next to my hairspray because I got to get my hair did.
Right. Well, that's what I do.
Is that your Aquanet?
Aquanet.
If you watch the video I posted last week, I did a whole. It's like a 20-minute video on a whole guided tour through this.
I was
my
saying that was 24 minutes.
So I don't know. Once I edit them and hit upload, they're gone.
If you look over Steve's left shoulder, you'll see the Aquanet.
I noticed that Steve has the same Harbor Freight bench that I do, if I'm not mistaken, but he has yet to finish it. You don't have the
Shay, make it bigger.
The backboard
let's see this, all this stuff.
Yeah, well, I was putting it together, and as you see, the challenge coin
house exploded, and just
what is this? What is this? IKEA around here? Come on!
Challenge coin rack. You have a rack dedicated to challenge coins.
Absolutely,
he's dedicated.
Loser.
He's dedicated.
I don't.
No, it's for a good reason. Hold on, Mike.
I don't get those challenge coins.
It's no, but this is.
I know it has a military background. But like Tank has a challenge coin.
What is Gumby doing?
And his is up there.
Don't fuck with Gumby.
Look at Gumby. What's going on with Gumby?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
He's saying I am Gumby, damn it.
Okay, Davey.
He could be saying a few other things. But...
I love Eddie Murphy.
Oh, he's great.
I love him.
He's great.
But no, so the rack is in the way of putting the top on the workbench.
You could move the challenge coin case.
I plan on moving that.
It's not underneath it. It's not underneath it exactly, unless
no.
And does the door open without hitting it?
All the way against the wall.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And I see a Shack phone.
Hang on, I got.
Isn't that a Cisco phone? Yeah.
It is.
You have all these cool toys that are not hooked up.
Steve, is that an amplifier under? What's the
power supply?
Yeah,
that's
an amplifier, isn't it?
Oh
no, that is the Halibut Electronics. The contest console from Halibut.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'll be recording that video Saturday.
Dennis has a good
question.
My
audio better now?
No. Still a little pop to it.
Oh, well.
Still a little choppy. So Dennis86DM says, why are we deconstructing Steve's background? Well, we were comparing and contrasting Steve's background and Mike's background because Mike has the completed workbench and Steve does not. So
Mike also is using his master bedroom as his shack.
Yeah. Damn right.
But
Yes,
Dennis,
I
what do you want?
video.
Well, what does Dennis want us to talk about tonight, Radio? I don't understand propagation. I mean, I love Dennis, but what do you want, Dennis? Why don't you just come on the show and be one of our
45
guests?
Auto. When has this show ever made sense? I mean, we've been asking ourselves for 132 episodes, but
Hey, somebody
Made sense 133 episodes ago.
You know how hard this show would be if it made sense? I don't see how guys do that.
Yeah.
imagine having to have to plan a show every week.
It's tough,
Plan?
man. You know, I plan 3 shows a week.
Let's send.
And go ahead. We'll wait. We'll wait for you to eat.
Yeah, please, everybody,
My
everyone,
internet
just stop
cut
what you're
out.
doing.
My internet cut out. Let's shove food in our mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys ever
Stuttering.
had these maple leaf cookies? Anyways,
No.
I think somebody should send Greg a link to the show. Get him on here.
Who? What? What are you talking about?
Nobody
Molson,
knows.
I used to sell a food brand from a manufacturer's group called Maple Grove Farms. Those cookies, people love them. I don't know what it was. I guess you either have the gene to like that flavor or not. But
Mike. NIYO says ham radio clubhouse equals coffee and ham radio minus the coffee plus bourbon minus planning.
that's about right.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Mike's
That's a
been paying
great
attention.
analogy. He's been around for a while.
And when Mike came to my house and he was on the show, I think he found out the true. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Hey,
Don't
send
lie here.
listen. Look, send it. Let's send a link to Greg K6EGG. He's ready to come on. Let's get him on.
So are you producing the show now?
No, I'm saying
Or
let's
just
bring him
spotting
on.
random comments? Because we're talking to Mike. I wanted to find out because Mike changed his YouTube channel from K&M
Wait a minute.
Radio stuff to Ham
Wait a
Radio Tube, and we
My
haven't
business
asked
card-
Mike why or what's going on with that. So
Hold
can I
on,
finish
my-
my interview?
No, my
Jeez.
business card
Sorry,
says guest
Greg.
relations. My business card is guest relations. He can contact me. I'm in charge of all those relations.
Everyone needs
Days-
to go subscribe to K6EGG though. He does
I
live
guess.
streams
I agree.
like 2 or 3 times a week. He's on digital mode like DMR Fusion, D-Star. He's
HF
he
now?
is a new general to Ham Radio. So he just got a 7610 and now he's doing sideband contacts. I can usually work him too. He's got a very noisy environment, as do I, at his QTH on HF, but somehow we usually manage to make contact. It's a very enjoyable stream. So go I mean, subscribe to Ham Radio Tube first, but then after
Right.
that, watch K6CGG and subscribe.
Greg, if you're in our Discord, shoot me a message.
But yeah, this time I didn't know I was going to be interviewed, but yeah, this is my time now. So
Yeah.
You can
Go
go
ahead with
on.
your
That's
question.
why you're in the big window.
Well, if
he
we
can
let
go
you
on
know
the
ahead of
phone.
time, you may have billed us for this. So
Yeah.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
See, I don't like
Exactly.
coming on. I just like sitting here drinking and watching you guys and razzing you in the chat.
And that's exactly. But I did want to ask you that because I haven't talked to you since you changed it. So I was just curious what was kind of the reasoning behind it, or just something fresh, or
Well, if you watch my channel, you would know because I did talk about it
I'm a Patreon son. Jeez.
3 or 4 weeks ago in mail. Or you're asking for the rest of the kids that don't know.
Yeah.
That's what an interviewer does.
That's right. It's called bait, click,
Yeah.
explain.
So when I created my channel, I wanted to just start making YouTube videos because I was watching some other guys. I was like, hey, this looks fun. I should do that. And when you create a channel, one of the very first things YouTube makes you do, believe it or not, is make a name for your channel.
Who would have thought?
So I'm like, well, hell, I don't. And it's just all on the spot at like, I don't know, midnight or whatever time I did it. I have no idea. But I'm like, K8MRD radio. And then I was like, no, because at the time I was watching Tony K9ARV and his channel was K9ARV radio. So I'm like, well, I don't want to just be KMRD radio. It's got to be different. So my friends and I from like middle school and all through high school, and they're still friends today. One of my friends, Jay, just one day, like the thing between us is like, so you like stuff? Just stupid things that we do, right? So I'm like, well, shit, I'll put stuff at the end. So I call it KMRD radio stuff. And I always hated it. I was like, this is the dumbest name ever. It is.
It's not, but that's how I found you in that hockey sweatshirt. And you were playing radio. I'm like, this guy's so cool. If he could do it, I could do it.
Like, exactly. Like, I'm an idiot. Dude, I'm a sales guy. Like, I'm the bottom of the barrel when it comes to, like, smart people in ham radio YouTube. So you got guys like Josh who are software engineers, and even Frank and Jason. They're like, everybody's in IT or something. Like, I sold tile, right? I sold compressed dirt and rocks. but I'm really good at it.
You could sell ice cubes to the Eskimos. That's all I will say. And you did.
Well, because our ice is purified. Your ice is all tainted with shit.
Right.
So anyway, it was close enough. Philly said sweatshirt. Before he was saying jersey, I taught him that it's called a hockey sweater.
It's a hockey
shout out
sweater.
to Mickey Redmond, by the way. So just recently, like, the bug has been itching me for a while to change the name. And yes, doing tile right takes a ton of skill.
Right.
So I'm like, what do I change the name to? I'm like, I wanted Ham Radio to be in the name of my channel. And I'm like, should I call it just KMRD Ham Radio? Like every variation you could think of with Ham Radio and KMRD. And I'm like, I just like, it's kind of generic. And I just didn't like it. And then I woke up one morning a few weeks ago, and I'm in the place where most men do their greatest thinking. And it came
outside behind the tree.
Mm-hmm.
No, he had the dude light.
Very similar. Very similar.
Yeah.
But you're a lot more sophisticated than me, though. You got that thing. You got running.
You didn't have
running
the
plumbing
stirrups
over there.
I do have running water, yes. So I'm doing my morning ablutions, and I'm like, well, it's a ham radio channel on YouTube. Ham radio tube makes perfect sense.
Just like all the categories on his phone.
If you guys remember, he hasn't done anything in a while, but Jason, not Ham Radio 2.0, but Ham Radio TV.
Ham Radio TV.
That was a great channel.
That was a great show. I agree.
Well, shit. Ham Radio Tube. And then, like, once I made that announcement that I'm changing the name, a lot of people commented. They're like, hey, I love the new name. I made a logo that was stupid as shit. It was like a pink background with, like, some crappy PNG pictures of, like, a TV and a radio.
I think I saw that.
Yeah,
you got a picture of it? You got a picture of it? Share with us.
Yes, you do. I'm sure I deleted it. I'm sure I deleted it.
I mean, I would have, but that's just me.
I mean, I made it in Canva, so I probably do still have it. But so I called Scott from Ham Radio for Non-Techies. He lives about an hour and a half south of me. And I'm like, hey, he's awesome with Photoshop. So he made my new logo, and I love it. So, but yeah, so like some people were like, man, I really love the name KMRD Radio stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I get it, but it's changed. Like, I've always been a person that is very, like, I get bored listening to the same music all the time. I get bored eating the same food all the time. Like, I like change. I embrace it. I've moved so many times in my life. I've lived in so many states in my life. I've traveled for a living. Like, change is my jam. I love it. Some people are like, I hate the new logo. I hate the new name. Other people are like, I like it. And I'm like, I don't give a shit.
I was about to say, it's my creativity. You don't squash on it.
Somebody emailed me. They're like, hey, I noticed you changed your name. Here's some things that I did when I changed my name. Make sure you go back in old videos. I'm like, don't give a shit. Like, literally, I did nothing. YouTube changed the name on every single one of my videos to Ham Radio Tube. It's just, it has been a very seamless transition. Zero hiccups. I've actually gained more subscribers. The views are up. The revenue's up. Because, yeah, we're big time ham radio YouTubers. We make money.
Yeah,
you
make a killing off of that.
Too bad Bruce Jenner didn't have that luck with all that transitions he went through. But anyway.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you what, dude. Bruce Jenner's still dating some hot ass chicks. So I don't know. He's doing something right because I ain't dating anybody. I ain't dating anybody. Most action I get is I'm laying in bed and my cat will lick my hand. So and it's really rough, cat tongues are like really coarse, like sandpaper. So that's no good. No good.
I'm sorry.
So that's it. I mean, there's not a lot of meaning behind the change. It was just I wanted ham radio in the name of my channel in hopes that just because like nobody who is just getting into the hobby is going to know K8MRD. Nobody's going to search K8MRD.
No.
Oddly enough, if you search K8MRD, it's all over the place. But if you've searched ham radio, the first thing that comes up is ham radio crash course. And I do this in a private browser.
Yep.
So like there's no search history or nothing. There's no algorithm that knows what my search stuff is, criteria and all that.
Thank you, Frank.
So Josh comes up first.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. So Josh comes up first. If you just type in ham radio in YouTube, and then you scroll down, you'll see ham radio 2.0, you'll see ham radio DX, you'll see ham radio dude, I don't see myself anywhere yet, but it might have been a month since I've changed the name, so I'm sure it takes a while for it to catch on. But either way, I'm happier with the name. I think I've also tried to produce my videos a little bit different. I want to be like I've always tried to be more positive and keep the channel very G-rated. Like I think I've sworn on my channel probably 3 times in a video. I'll fucking cuss on here all the time. I don't give a shit.
What's
I
funny?
technically am a sailor, so I do cuss like a tailor.
In a private, I pulled up a private window and I typed in ham radio and I got 2.0. I got crash course. Then I got the Clubhouse.
We're number 3.
Something's wrong with the algorithm.
That's because we're live right now. I get
maybe
same.
so.
If we weren't live, you wouldn't find us. Yeah,
you're probably right.
So
we're always at the bottom of the barrel, or maybe we're not. We're not even in the barrel.
I watch a lot of. There it is. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute?
That's what happens when I do graphic design. Interior design, I'm really good at. Graphic design, really not so much. So I watch a lot of other non-ham radio YouTube channels, like Practical Engineering, Tom Scott, and I've kind of started to try and emulate the way they do their videos, specifically with the intro. I want to get to the point as fast as I can, like within like 15, 20 seconds. Because 30 seconds is actually a very important number for YouTube. A lot of people will click off in the first 30 seconds if you don't grab their attention. So I'm trying to be a little more positive. I'm trying to kind of get rid of, and not that it's right, wrong, or indifferent or a bad thing, but kind of the whole like heavy metal rock star atheist, my cat's named Satan kind of thing. Like it's still there, but I want to just kind of be a little more professional, I think is probably the best way I can put that. And I'm doing that through how I am on camera, and also in the way most of the videos that I watch on YouTube are like how to edit, specifically in DaVinci Resolve, which is my editing software. So I'm learning how to like I'm if anybody knows Resolve, and we were just talking about this on the podcast where we recorded, I'm slowly diving into the Fusion page, which is where you do all the special effects and stuff and masking and motion tracking and everything. 9.5 hour streams could still be a thing, but I want the production quality to be better. Not that it was bad in like I don't think they're bad, but I want to take it to the next level and try and be a little more professional. I mean, it's still me, but so it's kind of, a change, a new leaf. Just it's growing. That's all it is. It's growing. It's learning.
Absolutely.
It's maturing. Shit, I'm gonna be 44 in like 2 months. Not even the end of next month,
dude.
I'm
gonna be 45 this month.
Yeah, well, that sucks.
That is scary.
I got more hair than you too, so.
No, but
right?
This is great. It's just a great inspiration because our show, I don't even know if we even had a business plan. We threw the first show up, and then Molson came back and said, "We can't do this once a month. We got to do this weekly." And we were like, "Oh wow."
We were like, "Damn it!"
That was our business plan.
We need to go back and do a rewatch the first episode.
Easy. When you have a bunch of guys that are like-minded, we all have ham radio in common, and because of that, there's a lot of kind of ancillary things that are kind of under that umbrella, right? Like electronics and guns, and even to some degree, religion. There's a lot of that political mindset that's in here. I got QRM'd by a Bible net doing a pod on an island one time, but we're
Power
just
of Christ compels
so when
you.
when you get a bunch of people together and do a live stream, especially at the time you do, like shit, it's Tuesday night at 7:00. What the fuck else am I gonna do? We're gonna sit and watch Ham Radio Clubhouse, so it's perfect. And then you get the Molson rants, and it's gold.
It's gold.
It's gold. Well, now, Joe Brett, I think you tried to say the word quorum earlier.
Coral.
I heard coral.
Coral. Yeah. So
Like
that was part of it.
Carl.
Carl. Damn it, Carl.
Yeah, we get to pick on each other. We get to break each other's balls. It's a clubhouse. It's
exactly.
It's literally like my club in Michigan, the N8SL club, the South Lion Club, was great. It's full of a bunch of guys that all like-minded. It wasn't very political at all. It was just, we just want to play radio. We don't give a shit. And I have yet to find a club like that in Texas, but I also live in the middle of nowhere, so that's kind of hard. But so this is my club. And Toad's Discord, and it's ham radio nuggets and stuff.
The clubhouse is the club meeting that you actually want to go to.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have a topic, most of the time not. The rest of it, we're just shooting around, shooting the shit, which is kind of what guys are supposed to do.
But that's exactly what happens. Like if you're in a club and you go to, so like the club here they go to Denny's because there ain't shit here in Huntsville. So they go to Denny's every Saturday morning at like 9:00. I think they have breakfast. They don't talk about ham radio. They're ham radio operators. They sit and shoot the shit. They could be talking about Harleys. This last time I went a couple weeks ago, guy was talking about his cow, something with his cow, because they're all farmers and shit, right? So it's like, who cares? We're hams. We get along. Whatever.
You got Molson's interest up.
Mike, I think we all share the same sentiment of we don't give a shit. Like if somebody, like a lot of people's different opinions. Like there are some opinions that is like, we never aim to offend or to hurt people. Although if it happens and you're just being a Karen, that's a different story. But, a lot of people have so many criticisms on every social media about how ham radio YouTubers making money, all they care about is making money. And one of the things is that if you look, it's very easy for people to go on Social Blade and other thing. You can get an idea of what they're making on it. Listen, no one is, no one's getting rich off this stuff.
If you want to see the poverty I live in, go to Social Blade.
Yeah. Now, what I find interesting is that in amateur radio, these same people or critique people or criticize them for not experimenting, for not learning more about the craft of like you shouldn't be asking those stupid questions on Facebook. And meanwhile, the same amount that they think that people should, do better and know better and be all informed, the people who are doing YouTube are putting just as much passion as they expect, people to put in ham radio, right? You're as much as people want amateur radio operators to perform their craft and to refine their craft, we have other hobbies too. And YouTube for some people is one. And as you increase your video editing, you do your intros, as you improve your artwork, you're just refining a hobby and a craft and you're becoming better at it too. So it's not all about just money. It's about, you genuinely have an interest in something. I have a lot of interest outside of amateur radio. And when I do those things like playing guitar, just because I try to practice playing guitar and do better and to learn the licks, does that mean that I'm trying to be the next Bryan Adams? No. I'm just perfecting my craft.
That's Brian Adams.
That's Brian Adams.
No, you know what I mean? Like I had to say Canadian guy.
What he meant to say was Yngwie Malmsteen. That was it. Yeah.
Or Stevie Ray Vaughan.
He got those two confused.
No, but the idea that someone's just trying to perfect what they do and their interests and their hobby and make it better does not mean that they have some sort of, and I said there's one I was reading, somebody had shared about ICOM. Somebody says, look at the faces that's being made. You guys saw this. Does that mean if I buy an ICOM, I'm going to have an ugly face like this? People are just
that was
trying
funny.
to do better. I know the guys are whatever, but like people are just trying to improve their craft, and some of it's video editing, some of it's like just public speaking. Like how many people before they started YouTube weren't comfortable public speaking, and then they start to speak to this camera, and next thing you know, they refine that craft. So there's a lot of Karens out there.
That's how I stopped. That's how I stopped stuttering.
Business.
You still stutter, Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a comment. I messed with my fader, so maybe my audio's not clipping. I don't know. People are still talking about it. I got a comment just like yesterday that he was talking about something like, I thought motorcycles was the hobby. You referenced ham radio as a hobby. Ham radio as a service. Dude, who gives a shit? What service am I providing? I'm making videos on YouTube. I'm not an Aries. I don't have my orange vest. I'm not in races.
Providing entertainment.
I'm not providing comms for the local bike race. That doesn't matter. I make YouTube videos. I teach people what I know about ham radio, and it makes me a better learner, because a lot of times people ask me questions. I'm like, shit, that's a good question. Yep. I don't know. Let me go learn how to do that so I can show you. So Greg says I can service him. Greg, I will. Come to Texas, buddy. You gotta leave California first.
But it's interesting on the whole YouTube thing. There's so many people that get butthurt because you say the word affiliate link, or you say anything that has to do with supporting the channel. And anyone who's ever tried doing this, and I haven't made a video, I think, in 2 months, just because I'm completely burned out and I've got things that I need to do. But it's tough to edit. It's tough to go and record. It's tough to put all this stuff out. And the fact that someone wants to kick you because you want to make 10 cents when someone buys a radio that you didn't tell them to buy, you just gave them the pros and cons, and they decided to buy it themselves. And I don't think anyone in this channel or any of in our circle has ever said you need to go buy this. No, we give you the pros and cons, and if you would like to buy it, here's a way for you to purchase it that would help support the channel. I do not understand the mindset behind the people that are like, if you're on YouTube, you should not be getting paid for anything. Dude, cameras, editing software, this freaking mic, all this shit costs money. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money to make free videos for you guys to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just talking about this on Josh's after chat, not just the past Saturday, but the Saturday before. Somebody made some comment about like he was a dig at me, and it was a dig at someone else, like, because of the price of my battery boxes. He was complaining about. I was like, why don't people make cheaper things, and you're buying stuff that costs whatever, and you're selling it for this much? I'm like, dude, first off, the battery alone, the battery and the charger alone in my boxes cost $300. And then you got to buy all the other products. So the point that I made was,
and your time.
So ICOM, Yaesu, Kenwood, Bofang, Chin Shuang, whatever the hell it is, they all make ham radios, and they make money. They are a for-profit business. HRO, Gigaparts, DX Engineering, they all sell ham radios and ham radio related equipment for a profit. But when it comes to YouTube, that's where that line is drawn. Mm-hmm. For some reason, like, who would work for free? Raise your hand. Who would put in 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week for free?
No.
Nobody would.
Chrissy,
so what's
thanks for
wrong?
The $2 super chat.
So,
thank you, Chrissy.
Maybe not everybody knows this. Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday to you.
And Chrissy, I'll be 60 next spring, and guess what? We're all having fun. It doesn't make a difference what our age is, and we're watching, and we're supporting everybody, and we're learning. and whatever. Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. And I applaud everybody who goes above and beyond what I do just on Tuesday nights. I applaud, and I am deeply appreciative of everybody, whether whether it's the Saturday night show, the Friday, the happy hour, the Sunday show, Kyle CW, the guys on this, Mike's mailbag, and all this other stuff, and now Gray Man and N2MAK, and we can. Kyle has that list, guys. Kyle has that long list of all the YouTube shows. Mm-hmm. And what always amazes me is the keyboard warriors who do all of a sudden start doing this. But I don't know. Are you doing what that guy or what that lady just got done doing, of getting out there, finding the topic, putting it on, then bringing it home, bringing it to the software, and putting some music to it, get a thumbnail? Did you probably do that? And the answer is probably no. So I would be very careful if you start casting stones in the glass house.
I always say if you criticize of someone who's putting out videos, open up your own channel and do it better.
Yeah, show me how.
None of us want to compete with you. That's not what we're here. We do this because we enjoy doing it.
This is
we
not
like
a
helping
competition.
Our friends. But by all means, if you want to get off your ass and go, get off your keyboard and go make a video and prove how wrong we are and how much more professional you are, go do it. I don't care.
You know what? One of the things, being part of informally, part of that whole YouTubers gang, and there's hundreds of us or whatever it is. I have never once seen anything nasty in the Discord chats about everyone. The first thing, hey, what kind of mic? I want to do this. Joe Brett was asking some questions a couple days ago, whatever. Everybody is the first to say, give you a 2 cents worth or an opinion, or maybe go in this direction and try this or whatever. I have never once said, you're an idiot for what you did. I have never seen that, and I'm very, very proud of our brotherhood.
Yeah.
It's the people on the other side, these keyboard warriors, who all of a sudden,
Why is Michael Jordan a billionaire?
Because
Number one, he's great at basketball, but all the Nike endorsements and everything. Okay. Mm-hmm. Why is Jimmy Houston, a fisherman, a millionaire? Hopefully he's a billionaire because he's awesome. He kisses bass and then he lets him go. Sponsorships. Football, hockey, baseball, soccer, NASCAR. Everything is loaded with advertisements. I wanted to sound fancy, so
wow. That's the first time I've heard that.
What's going to be our advertisement? What's going to be
next thing you know, he's going to say,
does anybody complain that Michael Jordan is on a Wheaties box? Does anybody complain that Ricky Bobby drove whatever car Ricky Bobby drove?
The Wonder Bread.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. drives this, and they're splattered with ads and sponsors. Okay, or Jimmy Houston uses this type of fishing reeler. I'm using this bait from Whirligig or whatever the hell. Right? Nobody cares. But when it comes to YouTube, and I don't think it's just ham radio, but maybe because we're such a small niche. There's more of those guys that are the keyboard commandos.
we get more Karens.
They're like, if you want to see this toxicity, go to QRZ, click on the comments of any video, and you will see how bad people are. I worked in retail most of my life, so I know how horrible people are. But it's like there's something about people just have a problem with the fact that even though it costs you absolutely nothing to watch my videos other than your regular internet provider fee, it's a problem that I might make some money for my work. Or if TID Radio sends me an HT and I say, hey, here's the radio. This is what it is. This is what it does. Here's a link if you want to buy it. If not, I don't give a shit. Yep. I have an Amazon store, okay? We're providing a service, so people see me using things, and they're like, "Well, hey, what is that?" All the time, I'm like, "What is that wire?" What is that wire you're using? It's probably Soda Beams wire. Here's a link. I don't have an affiliate with Soda Beams, but I have a whole Amazon store for my Hakko soldering iron and anything you can buy on Amazon. If you learned something from watching me, click on that link. An affiliate link is not a jacked up price, and then I get a percentage of.
Good point.
It's the exact same price if it were not an affiliate link. I just get a commission if you go to Amazon. If you get to Amazon through my Amazon store in any one of the descriptions of my video, because you got to Amazon through my link, whatever you buy, I might get a commission on it, even if it's not something that I linked, because I'm directing you to Amazon. But even if you buy something like the
Greg, when you're ready, give me a thumbs up.
That 10 amp solar charge controller that I reviewed. Like, here's what it is. Here's what it does. If you want it, I'll leave an affiliate link. It's in my Amazon store under like solar and batteries. If you want to go buy it, great. If not, there's no difference.
It's your choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm just providing you an avenue to go spend money. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm just giving you my experience. And if you want to buy off my experience, okay.
And as far as accountability and credibility, I can't speak for anyone else. I can only speak for myself. I'm a very blunt individual. I'm going to tell you how it is. And if you don't believe that, go watch the Zygu X10. Is it the 105 or whatever it is? Or go watch my video on the 106. Like, these companies, I'm pretty sure I've completely burned the bridge with Radiodity in getting, like, they do not communicate with me.
I don't see a Radiodity t-shirt.
Yeah, I got cut off from Radiodity.
I'm going to tell you how it is. If it's crap, or like if it's crap, like if some vendors that I have good relationships with that might begin with an MFJ, if they send me something and it's not good, I'm probably just not going to do a video on it. Because they do make good stuff. I'm looking at 2 MFJ products on my bench right now. A lot of their stuff is good. Some of it is shit. But so it's like you pick your battles. Zygu's put out some shit radios lately. I get some shit for it. Or APRS. Hi, Greg.
I think you get a lot of shit.
What's going on?
Welcome, Greg.
Wow, you came in at a good time.
Greg I was going to suggest you. I hope you brought your high top boots because it's kind of deep in here tonight.
Me and Mike talked about this. I was texting about the sad hams with the YouTube thing, and I get a lot of people with a lot of negative comments email me, "You're doing something illegal. I don't want my voice on your radio channel," or whatever. It's like,
oh my god,
I'm not doing it for that. My original plan. First off, someone I think someone brought up I had serious stage fright of talking on the air, and this kind of helped me get through that, and helping me do what I do on ham radio. I wouldn't have been able to do this where I'm at right now in my, having a general right now, if it wasn't for the people on YouTube. So that we're watching
TC Fits.
So they helped me out.
$20.
7-3.
Yeah. It's a pretty interesting world. I wish I could put some of the messages I've gotten up over the last couple of years of me doing
Feel
this.
free. We enjoy doing that. We like roasting people on the Clubhouse. Especially a sad ham from Minnesota.
As well as a few others who have come out who don't have that power to change the VFO, to turn the radio off, go do something else. And I've said this 1,000 times.
It's called knobs.
The knobs. Do the coin collectors and the stamp collectors on their YouTube channels, do they have the same problems? I don't know. It would be very interesting.
I'm sure there's a Karen in every facet. They're going to tell you, you should not label that coin that way because that was actually from 2 months ago. You labeled that wrong. That's false advertisement. You should take your channel down and go jump in front of a bus.
Yes, the U.S. Mint never really printed that.
They're everywhere.
I've never really
hide from assholes.
I've never really dove into like other genres. Like, so there's like, I've been a guitarist since I was 12 years old. And I watched some guitar YouTubers out there, but I never really look through the comments and see if they get hate like we do. I should do that.
They probably delete them because that's what I do. Because I'm if people come in and start that nonsense on my videos, I just delete the comment.
I copy them and make a video about it.
You get way more than I do. I only get like 2 or 3 because I only upload like every once a quarter. So
yeah. So Greg, you're getting it. Tell us about that.
Yeah, exactly.
I've gotten a couple interesting ones. I was actually having lunch with Denny. I was talking to him on 40 meter last night, KN6, KNE, this exact subject. People upset at what I'm doing. People send me an email. Well, FT8's not really ham radio. It's like, okay, all right, that's okay. Yeah, and then someone else, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, said, you're only doing this for money and you're not asking for money, but people are still sending it to you. And that's not the truth. And I've always mentioned the people that make the videos that like produce them and stuff. I'm talking about this guy up here and all you guys up there, Joe Brett. There is a lot of work to be had. I've taken professional editing classes at Avid in Burbank, and I still don't get it. It's difficult to put a storyline together, put music in, graphics, keep somebody in tune with what you're doing, and most importantly, tell the story. And people don't realize how hard it is to do that stuff. So I don't have a problem with that at all. For me, doing a live stream, that's not why I'm doing it. I'm just, like you guys said, I like video, I like audio, I like ham radio. I'm just doing it all at once, and people enjoy what I'm doing, hopefully.
And I want to back Greg up because I watch as many of his streams that I can. Usually, I'm usually watching at least once a week. But you do what? Probably 2 or 3 streams at least a week. Just I don't know if you have a schedule or just totally random, but I always hop on when I can because it's always a good time. But I mean, usually, and I no deference. I mean, there's like, I think last time there was like 16 people watching. Like he's a growing channel. He's brand new. And then, but to still get hate mail saying you're doing this for the money, and it's insane.
Guys, I have to ask. Hold on, I gotta ask Kevin. What does the Iowa farming YouTube channels have? What the heck are they that you didn't plant the seeds in the right direction? I mean, what in the heck could they possibly?
His fertilizer spreader wasn't doing the right thing.
That John Deere model was horrible, and you should get this one or.
Well, he launched. If you saw his last video, he had a slingshot, and he launched wire over the corn, and wherever it landed, that was his antenna. So that was probably the problem that the farmers had. Like you can't ham when your wire is on top of corn.
Yeah, you're RF in my corn,
your crop.
Son.
This is why your crop is not going to market because you're playing radio. You're wasting time.
He's radiating the end user. I don't know if it's just cow feed or whatever he's making, but
I love Kevin. Kevin's a great guy. Check
all
him out.
of that corn is radiated now.
Yep.
Check out Kevin, guys. A quick plug for Kevin. Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern time. He's doing QRP. You can follow him on YouTube Live. You can play around. Oh my God, you can play radio with Kevin live and try to work him on 10 watts, 5 watts, 1 watt, whatever you want to go. Check him out, guys. As well,
he probably has the best YouTube channel.
I love Kevin and Steve down there in South Carolina or North Carolina. I love those guys. I love South Carolina.
So Evan Barchek says the moral of this all is this: these sad hams are just pissed that people on YouTube are making money off ham radio. I think it's more than that.
Let me correct that. We're not making money because we've invested so much money to get started that we're still trying to recoup the losses. We've just lost a little less.
I'm making enough to make a living.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I'm dirt poor. I'm the poorest I've ever been in my life, but Josh could probably quit his job and still have a comfortable living. I kind of know what Jason makes yearly, which is way more than I make. But it's like, who cares? You just bought a radio from ICOM or Yaesu. They just made money. If you don't want people making money, don't buy shit. Make it yourself.
Exactly.
Everyone's forgetting about something.
Radio.
This is America. This is America. This is America, folks. It's America.
Yeah, but I think it has a little bit more. I think there's probably more to it as well. Like there's the bitterness about people making money, but then you have to also think that most people want to be recognized for what they do, like what they know, right? Like especially I think in the amateur radio community, graduating to an Elmer is like you're recognized amongst your peers in your club, right? And then here you have 2023, you have these guys with 25, 30, 100,000, 300,000. And now these people are also becoming known as a valid and genuine source of information that can be trusted. And so these people they're advancing. In my opinion, would be that they are seeing this as a threat to them. You know what I mean? Like, and they don't like that. because like back in the day, it was you get an article in QST or whatever magazine, or involved with the ARL, and this
that
passes
is full of ads, by the way.
Oh yeah, so is QRZ.
But this is an avenue that boom, you can make it on your own. Somebody said it's just the way America is. You don't have to have any gatekeepers keeping you back. If you get into the hobby and 2 years later your YouTube channel has 100,000 subscribers, you did it on your own, and this makes people genuinely
and you
pissed.
did something
I
right.
think that,
Yep.
yeah,
a lot of jealousy.
I just think
There's
that
a lot of
people are
jealousy
bitter and
and-
jealous. Yeah.
Thank you, Jody.
Well, some people see it
for the
as like
$5 Canadian.
they think it's a cash grab. Like I can't say I've honestly ever made like a clickbait video. I know those do exist, but like that's just not who I am. I mean, even Jason with the YouTube face, like they're not clickbait.
Someone screen cap chat.
There's always a point. Oh, just look at my last video that I did. My thumbnail was legit like I'm cross-eyed in it. It was, I think it was the tour of my ham shack video. Look at that thumbnail. Yeah, that.
Already got the screen cap. There you go.
I saved that
guys-
instantly,
you guys are on
Mike.
top of your game.
Right.
I said, "Holy shit!"
But
He just
I
gave
don't
it away.
It's just fun.
Yeah,
I
that one
don't
was for free.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it,
Yeah.
but I don't think we ever got a hate mail or a hate comment about fundraising money. Have we, guys?
Yeah.
We haven't. We've gotten a couple of comments that were a little sideways at some of the content that we had mentioned, but that's fine. That's their opinion. You're more than entitled to your opinion, and I am more than happy to delete your comment.
As well as don't watch this show and go put on Barnaby Jones or the
Barnaby
Hallmark
Jones.
channel. Go watch your Hallmark channel.
Go
have
adjust the
fun.
rabbit ears.
Whatever. Yeah. Or go on 80 meters, 20. Go. Tell you what. Why don't you just get on the
Into
radio?
the wild systems net.
So we're
Whatever.
taking check-ins for the wild system. And that starts in 4 hours. We're holding the frequency. Oh, my
To
God.
keep away from those damn POTUS.
Yeah. There are some people that genuinely have nothing to do. So, like when I was doing my Tech Tuesdays earlier this year, I know like there was one guy that was just intentionally QRMing me for several weeks on end. So like he's a subscriber just so he can get notified when I'm
Right.
live.
Mhm.
And even when I did a live stream a couple months ago at Huntsville State Park, and I was getting some QRM, and this guy was recording my voice and playing it back over the air. Like your life is that sad that you've never moved out of your mom's basement, and this is what
Would you
you
like
do
to make
with
a
your
comment?
time.
Yeah.
Because he thinks, and I've actually spoken to him on air, he thinks that I'm violating FCC rules because of that whole pecuniary interest thing. Can you say that word, Izzo? Where are you there? Pecuniary. All right, we'll work on it.
No.
Because he thinks that I'm bringing, by calling CQ, I'm bringing whoever talks to me on the air to my YouTube channel, which is quite, in fact, the exact opposite. I'm bringing my YouTube channel to Ham Radio. Never have I said, "Oh, go watch my video." I mean, I might say I'm live streaming, which is still not illegal. Greg, same thing with you. You're on HF now. It's just like some people just don't get it. They just want a reason to bitch, and this guy's like, he said, and I quote, "I'm borderline, or I'm walking the borderline of the FCC pecuniary interest by streaming ham radio," which I'm not. I said, call the FCC, report me. I said, email me, kate@mrd@icloud.com. I'm good on QRZ. My home address is there. Knock yourself out. There are protection devices throughout the house, so good luck.
Checking your
So then he proceeded to, he went on FT8 and tuned to the 10-meter sideband frequency as I was on and started transmitting FT8 over me. He was transmitting CW over me. Like, legit breaking the law, causing intentional interference.
Intentional.
Because he thinks that I'm breaking the law.
He's just jealous.
That's the ham radio police.
Greg,
man.
jump in there, man. That's how it works. Just hop in.
I've been attacked a couple times on the air. There's a fellow. I'm just going to refer to him as Home Slice. I can't remember his call sign off the top of my head. But he attacked me for a good 10 minutes, and he's like, "I don't give you any permission at all," and he like goes on for 10 minutes about it. And I was on another. I'm just going to say a wide area system of repeaters that's based here in California, and I think Texas too. The guy like lit me up and said I was doing all this illegal stuff and Heart 97. This what I'm like, just like, oh my, and I was live, and everybody in the chat, you just like what are you talking about? So the guy in Florida was probably the worst. He was like really angry and like, he's going to get a lawyer. He's going to send me a certified mail. He sent me an email after and stuff. I'm like,
do it.
Can't wait for the party, baby.
Yeah.
Go on camera.
I'm going to cure this if you want to subpoena me.
It's not illegal. You're transmitting radio frequency. The only thing that's illegal is to like decode like encrypted military stuff and like cell phones.
And if you were on YouTube and you said, I'm live on YouTube, you should come join my channel right now, and you're monetized, that is so close on the borderline that someone could say. But if you're just showing people on YouTube what you're doing, and you're not driving people on the air to come be on your YouTube channel, like if you're saying, hey, I've recorded your audio, if you want to check it out later, you can check it out later. I'm not telling you to come to my channel and advertising to come to my channel that I'm making money on. That's
what would be illegal. Go ahead.
What that rule was meant for is to keep you from operating your taxi service, your dump truck service,
exactly.
this and that with ham radio the commission of doing business.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or if I were to say, hey, this is KMRD, CQ, we're live streaming on YouTube. Make sure you go over and go to Ham Radio Tube and give me a super chat.
And like and subscribe.
Give me money and like and subscribe and buy my products. And then also, but hang on, let's back up. Because there are traders nets where they buy and sell over the air. The only thing you can't do where that line is crossed, you can't negotiate. You can say what it is. You can say the price.
Trey Radio? Is it Trey Radio?
Tradio on Howard Stern.
Radio.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can go buy the lawnmower, and you can go buy the blender. That's the KitchenAid version 1 back from 1969, or yeah.
The only thing that I think is questionable is I've seen people talking on HF and live streaming, and they would talk to the chat while holding down the PTT and transmitting that conversation that was with the chat. You know what I'm saying? So like,
so what?
But they're on box.
What does that matter?
Well, because then my interpretation of that would be because you would be broadcasting as like doing more of a broadcast than a QSO with somebody, because
like they're actually talking with other people in the chat, or they're just reading.
Yeah. So let's say I hang up with you, Kate MRD, okay, 73, and look, Colin in VK is in the chat. Hey, buddy, how you doing? It's good to see you. And transmitting that conversation that is
over
to
the air,
the chat over the air. I would interpret that a bit as broadcasting, but nobody does that. I've seen it, but like nobody, whatever. But it's semantics.
Well, you're walking that gray line there. I don't know.
Imagine doing that with
radio.
Imagine doing that with FEP Labs Jim, and then Jim starts swearing and he starts burping up that Dr. Pepper. That'd be great. That would be great. I love Jim.
This CQ is brought to you by Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
I'll give him.
They're right.
I'll give him a super
Dr.
chat.
Pepper does taste more like regular.
I'll
Dr.
give that
Pepper.
man a $25 super chat every day.
I have the audio from that interaction if you guys want to listen to it.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
All right. I don't have a way to show the video. There's not much.
As long as you're not going to come back tomorrow and give us a copyright.
I just found out it was weird that I was on.
No. Go down below in the.
You do not have my permission to retransmit my.
I'm sorry. Say again.
You can go to present down at the bottom of the window here, and you can share the tab, and it should also push that you can share the video too. If you
I'm
want to.
typing it through another computer, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
That's
Gotcha.
fine.
I don't have
That's
a way to
fine.
do that.
You're good.
So you guys,
Just
if
play
I
the
could
audio.
see your guys' faces, though.
Greg, the next time you should have had that queued up 20 minutes ago, but that's okay.
All right, let it fly. We'll shut up.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. I just found it was weird that I was on. Yeah.
Okay, Greg, you do not have my permission to retransmit my audio on YouTube or anything about me. Do you understand that?
Sure. What am I going to say to that? I mean, here we go. This is where it gets good.
Yeah, I do not permit that. So if you're live streaming our conversation or you're pulling up my QRZ page, I do not permit that. So as long as you understand, I'm good with that. Anyway, how are things out in California?
Well, since I'm live streaming right now, I won't talk to you right then. So I'll respect your wishes there. So I'll take a standby. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Here's where it gets good.
Okay, and I would advise any other ham radio operators that do not wish to be repeated on YouTube or have a picture of their QRZ page.
It's already on the internet.
That's already on the internet, by the way.
To decline this. Greg, the United States is founded on very different and important
Here we go.
principles. I would not do this if I were you, because you're going to get sued. You will get sued by the likes of me. So
Seems
please,
legit.
if you have a YouTube page and you're video streaming a live contact with another ham radio operator who has not specifically authorized you to do that, you better stop.
I would make just this a video and post it.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, anybody that's talked on anything that is broadcast on Broadcastify, many different repeater systems and stuff like that you probably don't even know about. So you're going to sue them as well? I mean, I'm not doing anything illegal. The QRZ page is up on the internet. The YouTube's up on the internet. The same thing, dude. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm not making money off this. So, all right. Time to chill out. Relax. I don't want to argue about this on here, but not doing anything illegal.
I was on
All
D-Star,
your
by the
stuff's
way.
on the internet anyways. That's free and legal. Clear to go. So have a wonderful day. This is Greg, K6EGG.
I don't think he goes. I don't think he says.
No, not exactly. My expectation is when I use ham radio operations on RF, I am talking to another station on RF. Now, if you want to kind of spy on us,
But he's using digital voice.
gee whiz, I can put this out
You
on
have no
YouTube.
expectation of privacy
I'm
on a
telling you
public
right now.
airways.
Is this on DMR or HF?
D-Star Reflector 1.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, Reflector
I don't
1.
want it, and I don't think a lot of other hams want it. And yes, there are Broadcastify sites and so forth.
So he's
But no.
talking on the internet.
If you want to play ham radio, do it the right way. Nobody needs to be rebroadcasted. In fact, there's some rules in the FCC.
Rebroadcasted.
Rebroadcasting.
Over the
On
internet.
ham
You don't
radio.
know about
You
those.
did stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah,
like you
man.
stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Very good, Jeff.
All right, that's
It
about
sounds
it.
like he's
I'm
been
gonna
drinking
tell
the
you.
entire time.
That guy
Oh my
sounds like a
God.
typical, and no offense to anybody if you are, but that sounds like a typical law student.
Yep. Yep.
He may have not have went all the way through it.
That guy
but
is not a student of anything.
That sounds like your typical YouTube sovereign citizen, Joe.
That guy's probably
Yeah.
the Smoking Apes
No.
neighbor, and they're drinking Miller Lite together.
I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something seriously too. We get these calls every once in a while in the 911 center. So and so is taking pictures in front of my house on the public road, and we got to
How
explain.
dare
it.
they?
We took the call. No lie. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Of the Google car, you know, the Google car that goes around and takes the pictures with all the.
Lord.
Yeah.
There is a suspicious vehicle with
Oh, God.
cameras.
It says Google all over it.
$100. They got Google Maps on their phone too.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And one of our news stations actually
And they
bought
enjoy
one of
seeing
old
the
Google
pictures.
cars, and they use it for traffic.
Say that again, Steve.
One of our local news stations bought one of the old Google cars, camera still mounted on it, and they use it for traffic.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And they will live stream it. It's great.
That's just
awesome.
it. You're broadcasting over the air. Well, he was broadcasting over the internet, but you're broadcasting over the air. Anyone can listen to it. Why in the hell do you think there's any right to privacy on the public airways?
Is that a
Pretty
I don't
sure he
know.
says
All
there
signed
isn't in the book.
I just put it in the chat there. I'll put it again here.
You should all-
Greg,
Alpha
please,
Delta
please
4
just make
Delta
that a
uniform.
video and
Hold on.
like how to be a ham radio jackass should be the title of that, and then do like a, you got to do the stupid YouTube face. If you need me to send mine, I'll send it. But
You gotta have a picture of like a donkey.
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, he was pissed. I've talked to him
That's
before
awesome.
that,
That's awesome.
and I said I was live streaming, and that's all I said, just so people know. And yeah, he didn't have a problem with it, but boy, that day.
But why did he choose? I'm sorry. He chose to interact with you, though. He chose to continue to hit his push to talk. Well, I don't whatever he chose. He chose to do this. He chose to interact with you.
And
Instead,
he chose
why?
to continue interacting with you.
And
knew,
to think
like,
that he was going to school you is even more.
you gave him several outs, and he just kept. Is that him?
That's him.
Nice.
He doesn't have
I
his
say
email
we-
on there now.
That is a pretty sweet car, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I say we send him 100 letters in
Bags
the
of
mail.
potato chips.
No, like 100
Radioactive
bag of
music.
dicks.
Oh,
Hey, I make a motion.
No.
Can we send him a bag of dicks from the clubhouse?
that would be kind of funny.
I think the clubhouse should send him a bag of dicks. So, all in favor?
Like, I usually have a lot of respect for our military. This guy's there. He could be stolen valor for all we know, but yeah, you can still be a dick.
That was a dick move, and I've heard him criticize other people on that particular reflector.
Hang on.
Charlie.
Scroll back down to those pouches, or the patches. It says, this property is protected by a U.S. Army 82nd Airborne Division veteran who has a lack of patience, negotiating skills, and is an absolute nightmare in gunfights. So there you go.
Oh, that explains it.
If you don't belong here, leave. So
Thanks, Chris.
He should have left.
Chris Day, thank you so much.
Everybody-
Thanks
yeah,
for
everybody
being
look him
in
up.
the clubhouse.
Let's see if we can get him up to 1,000 lookups.
Yeah.
And that's just it. If then D-Star has so many reflectors around, go on another reflector.
Yeah.
Or
That's just
whatever.
another guy who has nothing
wait a
better to
minute.
do, who wants to tell you you're wrong for what you're doing.
Yeah,
And you gotta have thick skin to be a YouTuber. You really do.
I kind of like the
There's-
guy.
I mean, like that's freaking ham radio YouTube gold right there.
Why is that, Joe Brad?
Or
Does he
send
like-
Greg, send that clip to me and I'll make a video out of it. If you want to be anonymous.
You're allowed to have all the copyright.
That'll be a mailbag Monday, 9.5 hours.
I'll mute your
That's
call
what I always
sign so nobody knows it's you. I could edit. I can edit that out. Oh my god.
I'll be texting
How to
that
be a
to you
dick
right
on
now.
ham radio will be the thumbnail. And I'll just have what is that emoji?
The banana?
Not the banana, but what do we use for a penis
eggplant.
emoji?
The
Eggplant. There it is.
eggplant.
The
Yeah.
eggplant.
Yeah.
The eggplant.
Yeah. I love Vern 6 emailed me. That was in a couple mailbag Mondays ago. So like Vern 6 posts like a video every 2 years, right? Somebody sent him a pissed off email because he paid for the pavilion at Huntsville the last couple years. Like, God bless Vern, right? Like, we all pitch in our own ways. Vern's like, hey, I can rent the pavilion. Great. This guy was fucking pissed. And he gave him shit in this email. I says, Vern, send me this email and I will call this guy out on my mailbag Monday. Or no, it was my Sad Hams video. And I absolutely did. Like, come on. And I put his email address in there. But the guy made a fake email address just to send Vern this email. And then Vern
That's a
emailed him
coward,
back and it
is
came
what that
back.
is.
Yeah.
If you don't have the
I would've
balls to at
loved
least
to publish
let
that.
someone reply to you, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Greg, what camera are you using? I'm just
There's so
curious.
many
You have some
towers.
great video there.
Thank you. It's a Sony A6400.
Oh, now all the Sony haters are going to come out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wait.
Well, you should be
All
using
those Canon people are going to come after you now.
Should be using a Logitech a 4K.
I'm using some Chinese camera.
Me
China,
too.
from
It's a
China.
Logitech thingy.
It's not even a
And a,
Logitech. I
and
don't
a
even know what it
Chinese
is. but
light.
But
It's got a clicker and it zooms and it can pan.
Oh, wow.
All that
It's all
stuff.
fancy and
Fancy.
stuff.
Don't get too much out.
There's some battery porn there. Look at that.
Wow.
Geotron in the corner.
Ham radio.
Geotron. Yeah,
Oh, Mike, take my money.
I know, right? There's an affiliate link in the description.
Yeah.
Is that one of these down there?
Well,
Turn it down a little bit. Is that a? I need to get one of those.
No,
What?
it's a mat.
The quirky
Oh,
mat.
this?
It's a mat.
Quirky map.
Is that the mat?
No, this is
That's from Gigaparts.
Gigaparts.
the
I
Gigaparts
feel
one.
probably ripped
Oh
off.
yeah, the
James
Gigaparts
from
mat.
Quirky QRP, and they have
Kinda
this
agree.
big band plan. Go buy it from Quirky QRP on his Etsy page, or use code KMRD if you buy it from Gigaparts.
Or
Gigaparts
Ham
mat.
Radio Clubhouse has its discount code and shipping and the whole 9 yards, thanks to James.
Yeah, but you guys have real jobs. I don't. I need the money more.
Check that out.
I need that 5-cent commission.
2.5.
No, my Quirky QRP mat, the one that Shane's holding up right now, lives in my my Gigaparts Explorer bag, 5% off at Gigaparts with code KMRD.
Drop it a few more times there, Mike.
Yeah.
The quirky one
Also,
comes in
you
with
can
the
save-
LED banner.
Hang on, you can save 10% off at ABR Industries if you want anything from ABR Industries with code KMRD. You can also save 10% off of Messy and Plony Cable, either at messy.it with code KMRD or at Gigaparts with code KMRD. 10% off ABR and Messy and Plony coax. You heard it
KMRD
here
has the
on
deal.
Ham Radio.
No kidding.
I don't want to watch the show anymore. I don't want to
Affiliate
watch
link
the
below.
show anymore. All these ads, all these.
You know
ads.
what I
don't wanna
need,
watch
though?
the
Right.
show anymore.
I need an affiliate to Founders Brewing Company.
I agree.
That makes the let me get it out.
All day IPA.
Let me get it out of the Parks on the Air koozie. Non-affiliate link in the description for the Parks
We
on
need
the
a
Air
Clubhouse
merchandise.
koozie is what we need.
But the Founders All Day IPA, my favorite
How did
beer
I
in the
know?
world. Yeah, I need to hook up with Founders. James, I need an affiliate link for Quirky QR.
It's
Careful.
it's Quirky Clubhouse.
Quirky.
You
Oh,
like to save
also, who's the other one? What are those antennas? The
Slink tenor?
Slinky.
no,
The
not
Slink.
the you
Antenna?
No, I don't know. The HT antennas,
Oh, the signal stick.
signal sticks. Yes, I have an affiliate link for those too. Links are in the description.
Right.
Can I give you guys my link so you can put them in the description?
So
And Mike has his
Gray Man
guys,
Poda, just
Mike
you wait,
has
buddy.
his
It's
products.
coming.
yeah, Mike has his products and we have ours. See?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that was Joe Brad. Hold that up again. That was the greatest QSL card ever.
There you go.
Oh, there's going to be one with the Clubhouse logo on
Yeah,
it.
that's just
Let's solo Joe Burt here real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah.
There you go. Just so everybody can see that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And it's got all your important information on the back.
Absolutely.
Height, weight.
For a good
you
time
like-
call.
like
Slide
pull
it
out.
around.
Don't put it in your wallet.
No,
Ew.
no.
I
Put that
feel-
in. Don't ever
Yeah.
put
It's
that
like
in
the
your
90s there. Put it in your wallet.
I had a
So,
couple of those.
Premium edition.
I had a couple of those when I left, but I don't know where they are now. I definitely didn't use them. I know that.
They ran
Can
off
you
of
get
that
'em?
antenna.
Can,
Yeah.
can you?
I would have
can
loved
you-
to use them though, just for the record.
Can you get them in? Can you get them in different sizes? Because I think that size might be too small for me.
I
Oh,
was just gonna say
God.
they probably can make them smaller for you. so.
They stretch. They stretch, Izzo. It's not a one size fits all.
It's not a Magnum.
That is,
No.
They make them like heat shrink. So you.
If you want to use a heat gun, son, get after it. You can film it. I want to see.
I understand they
like
expand.
Chicken, you heating it up too much.
Joe Brett's next video, boys.
Something smells like chicken.
You think he couldn't get his words out on that last one? A serious question, though. Is there an affiliate link for those?
For for those?
That was a joke that literally nobody. That did not land well.
There is.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Wait a minute. This is a marketing idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Someone actually has a YouTube channel. What is the ham?
Only Hams?
Shit. Only Hams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone actually has that channel. It came across.
Of course
my feed
they
the other
do.
day.
Only Hams.
Well, because I know, I think it was T.O. that probably originally started talking about Only Hams. He probably gets credit for that, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Dude? It might have been when they were still in cahoots with each other. But yeah, Only Hams. That's a channel now.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to start putting a bow on this, folks? Since we have 94 people. What? 94 people at 2 hours and 12 minutes in.
I thought we still had 7 more hours.
You're awesome.
Before we do that,
I need somebody to find. I'm looking for Alpha Delta 4 Zulu uniforms email address. I'm scouring the internet. He used to be Kilo Bravo 1 Romeo X-Ray Alpha. Because I want to send him an email saying, "Hey, buddy, you're YouTube famous." That's all I want to send. And then,
you were on the Clubhouse,
and then he'll be paranoid. Be like, "What? What?"
Well, his address is there. You could send him. You could send him a letter.
Send him a QSL card.
Yeah.
Hey,
send him a Ham Radio Clubhouse QSL card.
Greg, that's what you got to do. Greg, you got to send him a QSL card. Greg, you got
right.
Hold on. This guy has a YouTube channel.
Yeah. No.
He does?
Yeah. So his previous call sign was Kilo Bravo 1 Romeo X-Ray Alpha. And he's got nothing on it. He has one video.
He had videos of him talking on the ham radio, by the way. That was the other thing about that. I totally forgot about that.
No, really?
Yeah.
How dare he?
Oh, there's the car.
This
it's a nice car.
This name sounds familiar.
He's
Captain Douchebag.
Reflector 1 Charlie.
What's his name?
Molson. Look at the link that he has to the other call sign. It's got his email.
I mean, post it in the chat.
Steve knows everything.
You have to post it in the chat.
What?
And then everyone will. Yeah, post his email in the chat. It's public information. He put it out there.
Absolutely.
I love her.
It's on the interweb.
Viewers.
And then everybody that's watching can email him a link to this video. Make sure you timestamp it to where Greg was playing his video.
Yeah.
Greg, do you regret coming on to the
Not
show
at all.
tonight?
This was the best time I've had. And I'm actually awake this time going on somebody else's show.
Greg said it ain't my channel.
I'm not good at many things, but spite is a thing that I excel in a lot.
I was going to say, Mike, you're petty, aren't you?
Frank.
Oh, God, yeah. When I can be. Dude, you got to understand, a life in retail is going to do that to you.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's like, you guys that work office jobs and stuff, you don't deal with the general public at all. You might have a customer as another company, but when some asshole off the street walks in and just bees a customer or a Karen or whatever, and you just, because your commission, you have to just,
suck it up,
eat it.
You got to suck it up. I want your money.
I want to address this. So Hank says, this is not a dig at you, buddy. I promise. This says he'll complain that you doxed him. Well, the thing with doxing is that you go out of your way to remain out of the spotlight. You don't have anything on the internet. You don't have anything up there. The minute you put something in the public space, you can no longer claim that someone doxed you.
What does
because
dox
you
mean?
put yourself out there.
Explain this to an old guy like me. What is DOXX?
Outing somebody that doesn't want their information out there. But the minute you put something on the internet, if you have a Facebook page, there is no privacy on the internet. I'm sorry if you think there is. There is not. Yep. It is completely public. And if you think that because you have a free app that you should get privacy in that app, I'm sorry, you're the commodity for that app. That's why it's free.
Yeah.
There's no privacy. Like somebody's gonna get them. Don't put your banking shit on your phone if you don't want people to get it. Come on, use a little bit of common sense.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's people out there. Hey, and a shameless plug here. I got it like a non-monetary bet with my coworker. I want to make 2,000 subs by the end of the year. So if anybody knew,
where are you at?
I have not know.
Well,
why would you not make it the standard bet of $1?
The what?
Why would you not?
Dude, we lost 10 subscribers tonight. You're not talking to the right guy.
Here you are, Mortimer. $1.
$1.
1.58 subs.
$1. That's like 50 cents now.
True. What's your subscribers up to? Because I'm sure you've gained a couple from tonight.
1.58 thousand.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 point. Yeah, it's gone up a little bit since I've been on. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said you had 500 subscribers.
I'm gonna subscribe to him right now.
You have 1,500? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, nice.
All right, I appreciate it, guys. And
you
I'm
have
gonna
4,000 watch hours yet. I don't know if that matters anymore.
20,000, something like that.
It does for
you get limited. You get some limited stuff in there. But we need to make a motion right quick, Mike. Because this is the first time that Greg's on the stream. So, Greg, we have to make a motion to add you to the Ham Radio Clubhouse as K6EGG.
Yeah. I'll second.
So you'll second. All right. All in favor.
Aye.
All right. You're official. We'll send you a bill for the dues coming up.
But Greg, haven't you hung out with us?
We send the bill over APRS.
Yeah. Well, you've been elected twice. Congratulations.
Excellent. I'm usually working nights, so this is a joy to be off.
Greg, what's your favorite band? What's your favorite band, Greg?
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah,
I like U2.
It's the interview.
I like U2. I like a lot of 80s fans.
You're a U2 fan.
Wow. I'm actually taking a tour through the Sphere in Vegas next Wednesday.
I bet you.
Just happen to be there next week.
I was just thinking about that the other day while I was doing my morning ablutions. I don't understand why U2 is as big a band as they are. I can't stand their music. I hate it. It's so bad. But hey, whatever. Yeah. They got a residency in that big freaking ball.
Right?
That's how
they're the star of the ball in Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah. From what I've seen on TikTok of that Sphere, it's freaking awesome.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Cool.
TikTok.
Actually, there's a video of. I watched part of this. There is a video of U2 going into that Sphere when they were talking about getting their residency. It's probably a half hour, so I didn't watch all of it. But I don't think the Sphere was completely done yet. But they're like, yeah, look at this. We're gonna do blah, 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 blah. Hey, let's sing our stupid songs. Whatever. That was my Bono impersonation.
Are you bugging me? Are you bugging me?
I don't get that.
Hold on, I need a vote from the comment section. Should I just send? So this is the email I want to send. Hey, bud, congrats on being YouTube famous. 73. That's it. And then should I send it? So if you want me to send it, put a 1 in the chat. If you say no, put a 2 in the chat.
Absolutely, 100%.
Can you put a link though in there?
Huh?
One. There you go.
Or you want to let him find it?
Yeah, put a timestamped link in the video of this. Well, you probably can't send a timestamp from this video because we're still live.
Right.
So hang back until after the stream before you hit send, so you can timestamp this video where we start talking about how much of a douchebag this guy is.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
I don't know.
He's not going to consent to that.
Like, yep.
Send it from a fake address.
Yeah.
Make an email address, send it, and then delete the email.
No, because that's what the guy did to Vern.
Else does it.
Have accountability. Send the guy a freaking email. Who cares?
Yeah.
What's he going to do?
He's going to send a strongly worded letter is what he's going to do.
He will. He will.
3-page one, probably.
He might rip out a page out of a notebook and write and put it in an envelope and send it to us. That could be it.
He will send you a TLDR envelope.
I contacted Johnny Cochran, and this is what he told me to tell you.
He'll send it via APRS, so it's okay.
You get a win link.
Get a win link.
All right, we're 20 minutes over. even though we've got 85 people still watching. Thank you so much. I'm showing about 70 likes on the stream tonight. So thank you guys for all of that. When we're done with going around the horn, I'll say thanks once again to everyone who donated. So, Greg, we'll start with you. I'll put a link to your channel in the description of the video for those on YouTube as well as those in the podcast to join us later. It'll be in both of those. So, Greg, give us your elevator speech, and we'll start our salutations.
Well, first off, thanks for having me on. I know me and Joe Brett kind of been, I wouldn't say going back and forth, but I definitely wanted to come on at some point, and it's nice to share my sad ham story to you folks. And sometimes what people deal with, you have to be being on YouTube, have to be a little bit thick-skinned. So I'm glad that you guys were able to see that and actually have a live reaction to that. So I appreciate you guys doing that for me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I'm both of these channels.
Exactly. Affiliate links below. Ham Tectonics is a strongly worded APRS message. That's what we're going to get. Joe Brett, over to you, buddy.
I'm good. Good another Tuesday night. Do some more videos later, man. Appreciate you hanging out. Is that not good enough yet?
No, that's good, man.
All right.
There you go. That's the
Didn't you get up and photo this weekend?
Does anybody have a heat gun?
Yeah. Yeah, we did go out and did go out and photo. Our little activity group went, and they want to go again to another one. I don't know, but
nice
before it gets real cold, but
it doesn't get that cold
and I
in
have to appreciate. I have to thank everybody. So okay, let me share the POTA story. That's pretty
all
good.
right. Yep.
So we're sitting there, a group of folks, and my neighbor is just a couple miles down the road, good friend of mine. He's really enjoying the POTA thing. He does the POTA hunting every day because he's retired. But when we get to the park, he just loves to get on the radio, and he's sitting there calling CQ and all this, and he's not getting a whole lot of contacts. And I'm over there hagging him on. I'm like, you got to quit leaving the dead space. I said, if I click on a POTA spot and I don't hear nothing, I go to another one. You're leaving too much dead space. Keep it rolling. I'm sitting there like drill sergeant him. He's like, CQ, and he sits there and listens. I'm like, stop listening. Call CQ again. I was like, give me the damn mic. Let me show you. Well, I sit there and I spot myself, and then I get on there and start calling CQ, and people's rolling in, right? It's almost like a KMRD thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because he doesn't spot himself first, but
he does now.
Yeah, I do.
So I've seen him. I get like 35 contacts in a few minutes, and I go QRT, and he's just sitting there going, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what the hell? And this and that. I finally had to tell him. I said, look, I did kind of cheat because when I get spotted, I get spotted in my Discord and stuff as well. So I said, get back on the radio. I'll help you out. So I started getting on the Discord and, hey, here's this call sign. Y'all help him out. And he got a little pile up there. So
nice.
That was fun.
Joe Brett, I could picture you doing that when you were taught with teaching your kids how to ride a bicycle for the first time without the training wheels. Get up. You fell down, but just get back up again and start rolling. Come on. I'm going to hold the back of the seat. I'm going to hold the back. Yeah, I'm going to hold the back of the seat.
Yeah, you're not going to learn how to ride the bike sitting there crying about your knee being skinned.
There you go. Your mama has a Band-Aid for you. Don't worry about it.
What a good thing to do that I've done a couple times if you want some unsolicited advice, which I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah.
If I ever take someone out new, I'll spot them, and I'll put, because you got to put the comment in there. I'll put
for that initial one, yeah.
So I took my neighbor out when I first moved here, and I'll put in the comments like his first POTA, go easy on him, something like that, just so, because like people are gonna react to that, like, oh my god, this is this guy's first POTA, I want to do it. So put something to the effect, let them know it's his first Parks on the Air, and people will probably not be as vulturous, if that's a word. They'll probably, and they're certainly going to be more forgiving. In terms of, you might not get so many guys that are just like throwing out the last part of their call or something. So there's my pro tip for the day from KMRD, Ham Radio Tube. Subscribe.
Absolutely, because I keep an eye out for the first time POTAs or
absolutely
the newbies.
Yeah.
And I tell them
what a
sincerely, you're doing a great job. And it comes from the heart. It comes from right here.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job. Keep going, man. Keep going.
It's such a wonderful community, the POTA. Like the activators, the hunters. Like we can't do it without the hunters. And
Right.
you know, like people know. Like if you're new, say you're new. Don't be afraid. Like, hey, sorry, this is my first POTA. Would you repeat yourself? Like, just you're there doing it, man. Everybody wants to work you. They share that excitement just as much as you do because you're doing it. You're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. You know, you might have the mic fright or whatever. But
I stuttered on mine. I stuttered on my
No
first
kidding.
activation. I swear to God, I stuttered.
I would never.
and that's fine.
really-
And that's fine. And it's like I really do want to do my first CW POTA at some point. I need to learn how to decode better. But like,
Don't
I
stutter
know,
when
like,
you're doing
I
C- when you're doing-
practice-
when you're doing CW.
I practice at like 22 words a minute, but I know if I actually do it, I'll probably go down to like 17 or 18. I can't go any slower because my brain doesn't move that slow. But anyway, yep.
So, Mike, we're doing round the horns.
Clubhouse email.
Okay.
Wrapping up for tonight. So, if you've got anything you want to promote, other than all of your affiliate links to every ham radio site on the planet.
No, I think I've said enough. I would like to say go subscribe to Tank Radio and go subscribe to my friend Jason. He's got a small channel called Ham Radio 2.0. Go subscribe to them.
Yeah.
And help them out. Really glad that Greg is here, though. I really
very
am.
good.
I've been watching Greg for a long time. He and I have each other's phone numbers. We text each other. When he first became a general, I kind of helped him figure out FT8, and I tried to help him. I don't know how much help it actually was, but I really do enjoy watching his channel. He's just it's literally just it's Greg in the ham shack making contacts, and between him just being him and the live chat that's going on and the interactions, it's so much fun. So go screw me, go watch Greg. I mean, and especially if you're a girl and you're single and in Huntsville, Texas, we can
or within 100 miles of Huntsville,
I was
Texas.
saying,
What's your email address, Mike?
I will drive K8MRD@iCloud.com.
Remember,
Yeah,
you
there you
got
go.
service.
I can perform a service for the YLs that are not on the YL system.
Greg, I'm showing 1.59 subscribers now. So
Oh, I went up.
That's because of me. I just I did.
Ooh, I'm almost up to 1.6. I'm
He was
one
the
away,
one.
actually.
Well, let me go on to my other
One away.
account. Let me go to my other account in a minute.
does anyone remember that brief moment when HRC was shooting for 1 hour live streams? Yes, Jody. Yeah, that lasted for a week, maybe, and then we just kind of gave up.
I
Because
vehemently
that's not gonna
opposed
happen.
that.
Yeah, he did. We got called out and beat with the
We
soap
got
in a.
we got hate mail. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Mel.
Yeah.
They said they will never watch us again.
Yeah,
if we do that.
Yeah, we were going to be excommunicated from the YouTube community.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, over to you, man. I know you're busy sending your hate mail, but
Administrative duty.
Oh, I
Look
sent
at
the
his
email.
look
Did you
on
get
his
it?
administrative
face.
hate mail.
Did you get it?
Your email
Yeah.
cut out. What was
get
that?
it? I BCC'd the Clubhouse email address.
It's
Oh,
great.
Oh,
He-
nice.
it's great.
First
There
of
is
all,
actually one.
look at the email address. I was the first to come up with that email and YouTube account. It's so fitting.
That's
you
awesome
see
that
that?
none of us can see it.
Dear Grumpy OM, congratulations on being YouTube famous. 73. P.S. Remember to drink your prune juice.
Well, cherry juice is actually like legit straight cherry juice is good for gout too. So
There you go.
Hey, I just said
The more you
1600. Oops.
1,600. There you go. Congrats.
I don't know if it will show it.
They probably won't focus on it. You have to there you go.
There it goes.
Hey,
There you go.
there we go. That'll
there
work.
you go.
All right.
See, we make things happen on the Clubhouse.
Yes.
Send
You
that
guys
man.
did.
Send that man some barbecue potato chips. There you go.
I unsubscribed and subscribed again. I like his
There
channel
you go.
that much.
There you go.
All right, Daniel, if you're done, we'll toss it over to Steve.
I'm done.
All right.
Steve.
Yep. So, special event station this weekend. Whiskey 2 Delta will be on the air Saturday, 10 till about 3 Eastern time,
3 p.m. or 3 a.m.?
3 p.m.
Okay.
We are in a public space. We have to be out of there before dark. If you're in the Rock Hill area, the Y Cars guys, those guys that kept winning the plaque for the POTA plaque event for club, they are having a ham fest this weekend. So I'll go ahead and plug that for them. Other than that, I might get a video out soon. We'll see. Don't count on it.
We're shooting for 2025.
I mean, that's pretty open. You might.
Yeah. Yeah. But nope, that's all I've got.
Okay, perfect. I guess it's over to me then, because we're going to let Izzo close it out tonight. I have a really small YouTube channel called This Side of the Radio, and you might get one video a quarter. That's about it. I do play radio every now and then. And I have a DX Commander that I need to build.
It's not playing radio. You're doing a service. It's not
that's
a
right.
hobby.
That's right. I'm not enjoying my hobby. I'm providing a service. I apologize for that oversight.
To be clear. I did have some dickhead email me about playing radio. Same thing.
It's my hobby. I'll choose what the hell I want to do with it. Thank you.
I guess I have to buy a hex beam at 2,000 subs, according to Scott there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
VHQ hex.
Spend my money.
Yeah, the VHQ hex. I bet Jason has an affiliate link for you.
I don't know, but he sent me a bunch of cigars, so there you go.
Nice. All right, Frank, thanks again for the $4.99 super chat. I'm trying to hit the mouse button here. Great show again. Mike and Greg are good guests. We're gonna have Greg on again. As
Not
always,
so much me.
When we're like really.
I know it was really late today, so you're like an hour in, you DM'd me like, "Here, you come on." It doesn't happen.
That's not true. I was going to go through the alphabet to show you what words I stutter.
Oh,
and that was
speaking of the alphabet,
really?
What?
Don, I want you to say my last name. I'd have to spell it for you, though.
No, I have it on my phone.
Say it. Is it spelled out on your phone properly?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably because I sent it to you.
Yes, I have it on my.
Say my last name.
He's a contact on my.
Isn't it like Dal Hauser?
No. Slow down. Slow your roll, Molson. Slow your roll. This is for Izzo. But yes, it is.
It's
not
very
really
German.
like that. Look at him. Come on.
No, because if I say it fast, I'm going to stutter it.
I'm going to say it as slow as you want. And I've heard every iteration, every way you can make fun of my name, so you can't screw it up. I mean, you will, but you can't. It's very close. It's very close. That's how everyone says it. That is how everyone says it. It's Dahlhofer.
Oh, you're
emphasis on the ho. Yeah.
Hofer. If it were Hofer, it'd be two Fs. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
See?
You done good, kid.
Have faith,
You're all right.
Izzo.
We'll keep you around.
Thanks.
All right, buddy. Over to you, Izzo.
Well, listen, I want to thank everybody for the super chats tonight. There were numerous super chats. I saw Vern posted one too. We forgot to say Vern at the time. He posted, if he's still listening, thank you. And then many.
Vern's an asshole.
Others.
He paid for 2 nights of the pavilion.
Pavilion.
What a dickhead.
For the next 5 years.
What a dickhead. Fuck you, Vern.
Love you, brother.
Let me mean it.
While we're saying thanks to our family, Kyle and Jason sent me a gift card at my local cigar lounge. They didn't have to do that. I've told them this 1,000 times. It was very, very nice of them. From the Bros Ham Fam thing. Thank you. You guys didn't have to do that. But some great videos all last week from everybody, from Mike to Greg to Kyle to Coffee and Ham Radios 2.0 Crash Course. Everybody, James, everybody. There's a lot of great content going on there. Do not let this show. We honed in on one individual who expressed his opinion. This is America, whether we agreed with it or not, but we are not going to let one person's negativity affect us from enjoying our hobby and getting on the radio and getting on the YouTube and doing whatever you want to do that's affiliated with this hobby, from selling stuff to enjoying stuff to breaking it to fixing it and rebuilding it, and we're learning it and all this other stuff. Do not let that happen to you. Okay, get on the air, get on the YouTube, have fun, enjoy your hobby how you want to enjoy it. So, with that being said, look for me on the POTUS spotting page tomorrow. Maybe after 1600, 1700 local time here on the East Coast. Look for me probably on 40 and 20. So, big
it's 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. for those that don't know how to decode military time.
Do some math.
I got to military time to UTC and then Eastern. What the fuck is that? What time are you going to be on UTC? What is that, like 0800?
Whatever. I got it on my iWatch. It tells me the difference. It's a 5-hour difference. Whatever. Hey, listen, everybody, go out,
21Z.
enjoy, be safe, 21Z, and don't let me say the F word, because when I say the F word and I stutter, it sounds really, really funny.
Bet it does.
We'll see you guys next week. Everybody start doing that awkward way.
Hold on. Let me go. I want to go through the super chats. I got the list here. So Evan with the $25, Ham Radio Frank, $19.99. Mike into MAK, $5. Ham World Online, $9.99. Thanks for that. N9 SAB for the $5. We got Ham Radio Crusader for the $10. Ham Radio Tube. Mike, thanks for the $10. Jody Vassar, 12 Canadian. Thanks so much. Let's see. Frank with another $5. Man, Frank's on fire tonight. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. And another $20. Jesus.
I have one other request. I have one special request. Joe Brett.
Let me finish. N6KV with the $2. TC Fitz for the 20. Vern 6 with the 20. Evan with an additional 10. Thank you so much, Jody, with another 5. And Frank with another $5 from Ham Radio Wilderness. Thank you so much.
Joe Brett, quickly cue up that short again of you. Can you do it?
You're asking a guy from Mississippi to
I don't
do
have
something quickly.
Yes, you do have it. Come on.
Damn, I mean, I got it, but I'm not the one that queued it up, and it's going to take a while for me to figure out.
All right, then we'll play it again next week. Then we'll play it again next week. Then.
Hold on.
Way to ruin the stream, Joe Brett.
Hold on.
We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it every week. We're gonna play it every week.
Back in the shadows, just to ruin your day.
Yep. Let's see. Share screen. Entire screen
with audio.
With audio. That.
See, 64 people. All those people who left are not going to get this gift.
There it is.
Of course, to Amazon, where you can look at purchasing. Shit.
We have to end the show. We have to end the show that way to make you laugh. So there you go, guys.
Good night, everybody. 73.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. 73.